In the world of Galantrie, there is mysteries as deep as the very oceans, and as hard to master as the highest mountains. Many stories riddle the world in suspense and adventure. These stories are known as the Chronicles of Galantrie. One such story is that of the Sorrows of Commandery. Long ago, before the great calamity that overcame the world, changing it forever, there were 10 powerful ancients who seek to reach godhood at any cost. They manipulated time and space around their own wills. They had weak sparks that disallowed them to reach godhood by normal means. The foremost gods, those who followed the rules, led a grueling campaign against the would-be gods that were trapped in a stasis state known as the Gems of Sorrow. The would-be gods over time became known as the Sorrows. Days led to months, and months to years, and years to centuries, until it became no more than a myth. Peace reclaimed the kingdoms of Galantrie, and life was good. However, with all such peace came the balance once more of evil, and an unlikely group of heroes met and were tricked into the release of the Sorrows by their deranged followers. This group met with a resistance group known as the Dignity Sorrow. Together they would vanquish the evil and seek to return the Sorrows to their eternal sleep. One of these Sorrows, however, proved difficult. Malachite, the Blood Mage. A corrupt genius and master of blood magic, would rise stronger than the others. This evil demigod seek to find and restore the missing pieces of a dragon god known as Marduk, the World Ender. The unlikely group of heroes banded together in a clash of this evil, and seek to stop him before it's too late. These heroes are the world's only hope. Rivera, Kalshtar Cleric, Death Domain, played by Ashlyn. Nasira, Underhill, Halfling Monk, Way of the Open Hand, played by Wendy. Stella McWooten, Human Wizard, School of Enchantment, played by Jade. La Crema de Crudelis, Elf Drow, Rogue Assassin, played by Stephanie. Estella Zilnorin, Non-Binary Wood Elf, Hunter, played by Pencils. Together, this group will seek to end the cruelties of Malachite the Blood Mage and put a stop to the Sorrows once and for all. Come, join us in this Chronicle of Galantrie. Join us in the Sorrows of Galantrie.
Streaming. Okay. So, welcome back, guys. We are going to go ahead and do a recap on the Chronicles of Galantrie, the Sorrows of Galantrie. So, we last left off where you guys had returned from magic that had put you way off your timeline, and this happening had put you guys, I believe it was 10 years coming back late. And due to that 10 years, Malachite had pretty much taken over the entire world. He had all these different locations burned to the ground. You saw massive armies of resistance troops that remained fighting back. Very, very sad, very unfortunate for everyone involved. And as you guys were trying to figure out a way to basically get to the final fight with the Catalyst, which is the magical relic that you guys went and earned, you have since then been tracked by Malachite. He was able to find you very easily, being in complete control of pretty much the entire world at that point. And in doing so, destroyed your ship that was, your newly found airship, which is kind of depressing. And destroyed your airship using the magic the ending magic of Marduk, the World Ender, and in doing so plummeted you guys into a portal that was created by Lady Beatrix. And once you did that, you were taken to the other side of the world, very far north, where she took you to meet, which your players know this, but your characters do not, because your minds were wiped. But it brought you to one of the 6 mystics, which you had met Darm, which the mystics in Galantrie are pretty much, basically the 6 of them combined basically create God in this world. So they are all in control of different aspects of the world, and they all created different aspects of the world. And you met Darm, who is the curator, who basically handles pretty much all the reality of the world and some of the time of the world. And in doing so, you fought one of his many entities, bringing entertainment to him and his people, which you found out was just him. And in doing so, brought him enough entertainment that he decided to change the timeline for you guys again, wipe your minds, and send you back to the present time. So you dodged a bullet there, thankfully. And that is where we left off. So we are picking up back at this point, where you guys are now, you have awoken, you have long rested, you have awoken on a ship, your ship, to be exact. Unfortunately, is not a flying ship in this timeline. It is still in the water. But if you ever decide to convert it to a flying ship, it's only like 250,000 gold. So, just start saving for that. Also, you got to find somebody who can do it. So, but that is where we are going to pick up. And it is calm seas at the moment. And that is where we're going to begin. So you guys have awoken to the sounds of the calm ocean upon your ship. Do as you wish.
Has anyone asked the crew what the date is?
I don't know. Has anybody asked the crew what the date is?
I really don't remember the last couple of days. That might be a good idea.
So based on when you guys left, if you're asking a crew member, primarily one of the navigators of the ship, I'd have to grab the calendar to tell you the exact date, which I can get in just a bit. But you guys basically, essentially from when you left to when you got back, you were only gone for roughly about 3 days. So a massive difference from 10 years. And in that time frame, you were ported back to the ship from the village in Arcania where you were at one point.
We somehow did it.
Yes, and
I can't remember how.
We
I don't know,
managed.
but I do got this great bow now.
Wait, we managed to come back.
yes.
What would that be?
What
2
would what
years
be?
after I left?
Yeah, so for you, the timeline's been adjusted fully, so even the 2 years that you left has been changed. So essentially, they were gone for 3 days. You were technically never gone, as far as, I mean, you remember being gone, but as far as your timelines consist, it's...
Well, but I would have left before them for their 10-year journey.
Yes, correct. So you recall and remember everything that you've done, but the timeline's basically been sped up and adjusted. So even though you remember being in that area and seeing them and everything, it's still, based on the time difference, wasn't that much of a time difference. So for you, yeah, it would probably be still around 2 years ago that you, in our world, that you stepped into that. So you've essentially lost 2 years compared to them.
Okay.
We've only lost 3 days.
They've only lost 3 days.
Okay. So this is
Still feels like a lot.
about 2 years after I left, so the only thing left is the 2 years that I was stuck in there then.
Yep.
That felt like 2 weeks, but 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Time and dimension is relative.
And
That's
you know Lady Beatrix pretty well for the most part. So, but But yeah, she's just looking off in the distance of the ship. One thing you notice is Stella is still sleeping, old bones. And you also notice that Smoke, or Azazel, is still nowhere to be seen.
He's not back with us.
And as of right now, based on your guys' best bearings, you're heading slightly northeast at this point, and there's nothing around you but open ocean in all directions.
So we come back at the time when everybody left. Me and Estelar magically have awesome weapons.
Yep. My awesome weapon. I love
Yes.
the weapon. I'm testing it right now. That's what I'm doing.
I'm just casually, throwing it up in the air, catching it by the handle, throwing it up in the air, letting it spin, catching it by the handle.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty.
just shooting arrows into the sea.
Yeah, and
So-
Fish.
as you're shooting your bow, Estelar, you're like going to pull the bow back, and as you do, the arrows are like basically animating like into an actual physical arrow, like magical arrow, and then you're launching it, and as soon as it hits its target, it just disintegrates into smoke.
I'm just having so much fun with my magic bow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just bloop, 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 through the water, just hitting it, splashing. Perfect little like bloops, because you're shooting it so straight.
The newest child.
Don't put
is
any
enjoying
holes in
your-
the ship.
Just
The
playing
newest
around.
child enjoying your toy.
Yep, more or less.
We're
I'm a young elf. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it.
There you go.
I don't want to question it, but there's something we're missing here. I don't know what it was, but there's something we're missing here. Well, let's not question it. Seems like decent things, so good things. So, where are we going? What's
Hey,
next?
Captain.
Oh yeah, I
Where are
have
we
no
sailing?
idea what's happening.
The captain of the ship turns to you and says, "Currently northeast. Is there a special place you want to go?"
Beatrix. Where to?
Are you addressing Beatrix, you said?
Yep.
Okay. She kind of turns towards you and says, "Yes."
Where are we going? You know more than we do.
At this point,
I know.
there's
nothing.
a couple places we can go. We can continue on course to the next location of where we think Malachite might be, given the fact that it's either going to be him or his followers. Also granted that he is no longer in total control of power. He's still powerful, but he is not flying around on a dragon that can literally end worlds in a single breath. So we can head that direction to stop him, or we can head to another direction to stop him. There's two different places we can go currently. He may be at one of them, or neither of them, but his followers will be there. We will constantly be being tracked by Children of the Blood, and we, at no given point, are we safe. If that helps.
We haven't been safe started.
You're not wrong. So, right now you guys are heading northeast towards, this would be, you had teleported from Arcania. One of the locations that they believe a piece of Marduk is buried is, your characters in general may not be familiar with it, but there is a continent you're heading towards right now called Galaran. So, and, this would be after the massive war between the Archons and the Dagons of Galaran, so now they're all kind of under one leadership. Originally, Galaran was a continent of where Archons were anti-slavery and Dagons were pro-slavery, and they had their central city, Larenmore, which basically both sides would recruit factions, and you had to be on one side or the other, and you had to have basically permissions to travel. But now that Galaran that part has been taken care of, because the Swamp King of the Dagons was defeated in combat, and basically the Archons and the Dagons kind of just settled their differences and kind of just had like a, okay, we'll pay them, but we still want people to do shit for us. So
Our previous characters did a lot with that.
that is correct. So that has changed in the world because of that. So that is where you're currently headed, and remember, Galaran is a massive jungly continent, and it has a large population of dinosaurs and dinosaur-like creatures on it. So just keep that in mind. But that is where you're currently heading. Based on checking the map and speaking with some of the crew, you guys are roughly about a week from landing in Galaran at your current speed.
Is there any chance we could destroy another part of the dragon?
Possibly, if you get to it before they do.
That wouldn't hurt.
What were we supposed to do with the catalyst? We have this thing.
The catalyst is essentially what the catalyst does is if the dragon is basically finished, whether it's actual parts or blood magic technology and actual parts, either way, Malachite has enough pieces of it to put it together, but the more pieces he gets of it, the stronger it's going to be. He has enough to actually do it if he wants to, and where he's doing this or how he's doing this, nobody really knows. But the more pieces you stop him from obtaining, the less powerful it will be. The catalyst essentially protects you guys from the ending breath. So if the breath was to hit you, instead of basically Thanos snapping you and making you not exist, it just hurts like a bitch, but you don't disintegrate from it.
Okay, thank you for the clarity.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, where are the pieces?
We destroyed 3.
Yes, and there's one on Galaran, and the other one, which is about 4 weeks from here, which you guys are welcome to go after, but you probably won't get there before them. The other one would be in Kallendorf, which is about as far north as you can get. Far northwest as you can get.
So we're going to go hunt oversized chickens. Try to break this other dragon piece is what I'm hearing.
Possibly. There might be oversized chickens.
Well, I mean, that's essentially what a T-Rex is. It's a prehistoric, pre-meteor chicken. Yeah. It probably, hopefully they taste good. Probably tastes like chicken, but it sounds like we need to go hunt some ostriches, oversized chickens.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm down to do that.
Wouldn't be the first T-Rex we've seen.
No.
Sure wouldn't.
Hopefully
at least this one's not undead.
I was gonna say at least this one's alive.
Yeah, and we can collect stuff from it after. It's always nice.
Oh, you guys
T-Rex
T-Rex
hide.
I wasn't there.
Feed a small village. Feed a small village.
Keep also in mind that there is a landmass of on Galaran called Evasion is the name of the location on Galaran. Keep in mind it has one of the I'm off the top of my head, I think there's 5. It has one of the 5 deadly wonders of the world there. So just keep in mind that there is a massive purple worm that is one of the 5 wonders of the world there. That essentially it's roughly about the size of the worm from Dune, just to give you an idea of how big it is. And Evasion itself is a massive, it's basically a lava swamp. So there's lava and molten rock everywhere, and the average temperature there is like 600 or 700 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm going to take a wild guess and really, really hope that I'm wrong, that that's not where the dragon chunk is.
Maybe.
Yeah, you would. You would.
If so, we're going to need a lot better protection than just cooling gear.
Yeah.
700 degrees is a lot more than any of us.
Well, that's certain parts of it. Like there's areas of it that you would be able to go to for an extended amount of time without just burning to death. But over a period of time, it's going to start wearing on you. I mean, you guys are hardied adventurers. You're not like, heading to Galaran to get your nails done. So
we're not fresh-faced.
Yeah. There
All
you
right.
go.
Yep.
So
hunt oversized chicken and potentially feed the teenager, maybe a small village.
But yeah, that's where you're
Sounds like a
currently.
plan.
That's where you're currently headed. So, is there anything in particular that you guys want to do for the next? At this point, roughly next 6 days.
Is there any way we could restock on like healing potions or anything like that? I don't even know if we have any money though.
Galaran. Oh, go ahead.
We'd have to wait till we make port. There's nowhere to buy it till we get there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you could go off course to another city in another continent. It would.
It would just add time.
Oh yeah.
Is there a city or a port on Galaran?
Yeah, so there's Larenmore.
Several.
Yeah, there's Larenmore,
Okay.
which is the primary city, the central city of Galaran.
Okay.
They're not known for their magic outside the Archon side. The Archon side is all about magic and technology-based magic. The Dagons hate magic, so a lot of them on that side don't use magic. But now that it's kind of changed a little bit, it's all kind of mixed and matched. But there's not like outside of the Archon cities, there's not a ton of magic shops. Now inside the Archon cities, there might be, which I'd have to grab my notes when we get there if you guys decide to go to those. But Larenmore is going to have some stuff.
I just think we're mostly out of potions, and we've slowly used up all that in the last several fights. We should probably restock. Other than that,
Oh yeah.
I'll nap. Happy to nap.
I would like to ask Beatrix what she knows about smoke. We're all just kind of like, huh, he's gone.
Where is he?
So,
Yeah.
asking about Smoke, she basically just tells you he's currently on another mission for me at this moment in time, so he will not be joining us for the present time.
Okay.
I swear,
He's alive and well, as far as you know.
as far as I know. Knowing how slippery he is, I'm sure he's fine.
Cool.
That's a relief.
That is.
Okay.
We should keep an extra watch on top of the deck. Have one of us up almost constantly, just in case Children of the Blood come. Our crew can't really take them on, so.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you guys continue on for the next. We're gonna say the next 4 days of travel. The ocean stays pretty calm through most of it. You do get on the 5th day. You do get about halfway towards the evening, when you do hear and notice some ruckus going on beneath deck. Sounds like a couple people arguing, and the arguing gets a little bit louder, and then you start hearing what sounds like slamming around. And at one point, the slamming, in addition to the slamming, you start smelling what smells like sulfur.
Oh! Oh no.
When I first start hearing it, I'd probably just go down and be like, "What the fuck is that?" and
Let's
just
go
kind of
see
watch.
Okay. Yeah. So
Whenever I find the
Where's
ruckus,
that
just
guy?
watch for now.
Yeah,
sure.
probably sneak down there to try to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
See if
so you
I can
both-
stop a fight in progress.
Sure. You both head down to the lower deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So getting down to the lower deck, the first thing you see is two individuals, both kind of in like a not just a shouting match, but they're also pushing against each other. They both just seem to be talking relative nonsense, but one of them is relative to whatever their argument might be. But one of them is saying "Give it back" and pushes the other one, and the other individual kind of like looks at him for a second and sits there. Starts kind of like not convulsing, but twitches a little bit, like you can't tell if it's anger or something else. And he goes to throw a punch at the other individual. The other individual goes to block the punch, and even blocking it, the person who punches him sends him flying backwards roughly about 6.5 feet, 6 to 7 feet against the wall. And as soon as the guy hits the wall, blood just splatters out the back of the wall, and he hits the ground. When the individual turns around to both of you, he kind of just starts smiling, looking at both of you. And the arm that he punched him with, the flesh on the right arm begins to start to tear.
Oh.
And as it does, these bony protrusions start coming out of the arm, and you see this red glow upon it. And he basically looks towards you and just starts roaring. And as he starts roaring towards you, you notice behind him, there is a faint glow against the area where the other individual has died. And in that corner where he's basically up against the wall and on the ground, there seems to be some form of portal that is currently opened. And this other individual, as it roars towards you, it starts slowly walking towards you guys. What do you do?
I'm just in shock at this point. Like, I'm ready to, like, throw hands if need be, but,
Okay, so right now it's just you two down there. So are you running back up deck or yelling anything, or are you opening fire, or what?
Can I cast cantrip onto the deck where the other two can see
What cantrip
from where I am?
What cantrip do you want to cast?
Dancing lights.
I mean, yeah, you could cast dancing lights. That's not a net, or that's not a hostile ability, so you could do that.
Right. I'm just really hoping they recognize it for what it is.
I'll just yell, guys, there's something going on down here.
Am I
Coming!
able to be
There we
close enough to them distance-wise that they can telepathically talk to me?
From the lower deck, what is I forget, with your ability, is it line of sight?
Yeah, it might be.
If it's line of sight, no. If you get down there, yes.
Okay.
If it's a matter of feet, they're probably about 30 or 40 feet from you, but downward, because the boat itself is a little over 120 feet long.
It's...
Been a while since we had to use this.
Yeah, I must be able to see them.
Okay, yeah, so unfortunately, you can communicate with Nessie and Beatrix and the crew, but you can't communicate with Estelar or Lacrima at the moment.
Okay, let Pencils holler, and I'll throw the dancing lights up there so they don't know there's something magical going on.
Okay, so you
Best
guys...
we could do.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
hear
Coming down.
You hear Estelar call for help, and you see these 3 orbs of light fly up to the top deck and start spinning around. Are you having them, like, just spin and then shoot back down the lower deck? Okay.
Basically, go up, come back down, trying to draw them to us.
Gotcha. Okay,
Because, I'm the squishy.
all right, sure.
I'm
So,
also pretty squishy.
Why did we run?
As this
I
happens...
don't know.
You guys are also the sneaky, so.
And as this happens, guys...
immediately.
As this happens, guys, you notice not just the one with the reddish arm that's launching up now, but you also notice another, or 2 other similar that look like crew members, but their hands rip open and they have these, like, basically their right arms are like way bigger than the rest of them. And the flesh and everything rips off and these protrusions come out. One of them is glowing yellow, one of them is glowing green, the other one is red. The green one jumps towards you guys and basically, with, like, superhuman strength, jumps up to the top area of the deck, past you guys, and lands right in front of where Rivara and Nessie are trying to get through. You guys get enough down the stairs to see the 4th individual, that turns the corner and is hooded with a very familiar looking dagger in their hand and looks towards you all and says, "Ah, there you are." The very familiar voice of Jamie. And we are going to roll initiative.
If it isn't my old friend and she brought buddies.
I miss her so much.
I do too, but I wish she would quit visiting with demons.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your initiative.
18.
18
11.
for Lacrima, 11 for... Was that Estelar?
Yeah.
Okay. Nessie,
22.
22. Rav,
16.
16. Okay, let me see if Stella wakes up. She does not.
Of course it doesn't.
Beatrix.
We need her for closing the portal.
Okay, Beatrix. Gotta... Okay, the crew members at this point are all like, fuck this, and they all run off in different directions because none of them are fighters. So at this
Well, we
point...
don't pay them enough for that.
That's true.
But we don't.
Yeah.
At this point, Nessie,
Pay them more.
you are halfway down the stairs. You can see your friends. You can see the other enemies, but this giant, green, glowing demon is in front of you, and it's just growling towards you. You're up. What do you want to do?
What size is he?
Large.
Okay. Let me find something for my racial traits here. Okay, cool. So, I can move through his space because then he's a creature that's larger than me. Gotta love being tiny. So, I'd like to slide between the legs and underneath.
Okay.
Pop up behind him. And then pop him with a full attack and flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Oof. 15.
15 misses.
23?
23 hits.
Right. And let's go ice, just to give it some difference here.
You got it?
That's 14 damage on that hit.
Okay, upon hitting it, you... As it does that, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, those I have advantage on. Or at least I'm good at. Not advantage, really. But the dice don't like me today. That's a 12.
Okay, 12 will fail, but you do have... Do you have evasion as a monk? I forget.
I sure do. Monks
Okay,
and rogues.
So you'll still take half damage from it. So instead of taking 14 points of fire damage, you take 7.
Not bad.
He used Hellish Rebuke on you.
You can only do that once per turn, though, or per round.
That's true.
So then we... it's Flurry of Blows is my bonus.
Go
So
for
that's
it.
2 more hits.
Yep.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
And then we'll roll the other hit. Natural 20.
I heard that hits.
And that 20 is going to go first.
Go for it.
That's a really low crit. 8.
Okay. 8.
Sticking with ice.
Yep.
And then another 8 ice.
You got it. Okay, he looks pretty pissed.
We did not invite you on this ship.
Looks like he's got cold feet, too. So, alright, so at this point, yeah, he's pissed off. So, anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I'm going to stay right there.
Alright, Jamie is next. So, Jamie looks towards all of you and just starts laughing, almost hysterically. And as she does, she puts her hand up in the air, and this purple, like, beam starts circling around her hand, and she's going to shoot some Eldritch Blast. She's going to shoot one at Lacrima, one at Estelar, and one at Nessie.
Oh, she's going to do a warlock after being down there for so long.
Estelar, that is an 18 at you.
An 18? That
Yes.
doesn't hit.
18 misses.
Yep.
Okay, you duck and it against the wall behind you. That
I
is
did nothing.
that is a 16 to you, Nessie.
That'll miss.
Okay, and then lock. Oh shit! Let me keep the dice on the table. Hold on. That is a natural 19. That's going to be a 27 to hit you.
Mm.
I'm sure that's going to hit. You take 14 points of force damage as it blasts into your shoulder.
14 points.
Yep.
What about evasion?
This is not a dexterity saving throw, so evasion doesn't come into play.
Oh, it was worth a try. Okay, 14.
You can now, if it's a physical hit, if it's somebody's hitting you like with a physical attack, you can use uncanny dodge to half the damage, but that's your reaction to do that. So just keep that in mind. Evasion you can use as much as you want, and it's not, but it's only on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, so this is a magical attack, so I can't use uncanny dodge. So 14
Correct.
damage.
14 damage.
Owie!
She just continues
Owie.
She just
Haha, you got
continues
hit.
to laugh and moves a little closer, about 10 feet closer. And that's it for her. Lacrima, you're up.
Okay. So.
You know, she used to. but
Okay. All right. Using a spell, I don't use these very often. This is an action, right?
Yes.
Just using a level 1 spell.
Yeah,
So
unless
if I-
it says bonus action on it, it's an action.
I don't think it's. I think
Yeah,
Fairy Fire.
spells will tell you action or bonus action. But Fairy Fire...
Yeah, no, it's an action.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fairy Fire is an action.
Jamie or the demon. I already have advantage on the demon because the Sierra is within range.
On one of them, yes. There's 2 other ones.
Let's go ahead and take the one that has.
Well, Fairy
That-
Fire is AoE, so it'll hit everyone in the area.
Is it targets you choose or just everybody?
Spell. Let me double check. I don't use this very often, but okay. So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet. My choice. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
Yep,
So it'll give us all advantage.
correct. So 20-foot cube outlined in those the color of your choice. So pretty much everyone down there in that under area is going to be affected by it that you choose.
Okay. So it would be within. So are all of the demons and Jamie within that 20-foot range? Can I fit them all in a box?
I would say everyone except the green demon on the staircase. Yes, the rest of them, yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and use Fairy Fire so that everybody has advantage.
Okay, you got it. So this, what color are you using? Is it violet or blue or green?
Let's do green to try to make that contrast everything.
Okay, so this like green matrix light just shoots off across the area, like, and the demons are all like, whoa, whoa. And Jamie kind of just, her laughing stops for a second, and she's like, oh, and just kind of like looks around and like, oh, this sucks. All right, that's your action. Any bonus action you want to do?
Alright. I'm guessing I'm outlined as well.
It's everything you choose. So
So
You
I
have
want
to
to
outline
hide
us for
every.
you.
I want to outline everything in the area except for our party.
okay,
And then I want to hide.
okay. Make a hide check. Bonus action hide or stealth check.
Yep, finding it.
Hide check.
and, yep.
Yeah. hide- Make a hide check.
Okay. Okay, so okay, so what's that thing? So the minimum I can take is a 10 because I rolled a 3.
You
so
have a plus 15, so you're not going to roll a 10.
yeah, so I rolled a 3, but then that thing lets me change whatever.
Reliable talent.
There you
I know
go.
what you're talking about.
So
Reliable
twen-
talent.
So I get 25.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd say you're pretty well hidden.
Okay.
So
I lit
so you,
everything up and bamfed.
yeah, you just like and as everything gets distracted and then turns back to you, they're like, "Where'd she go?"
Sneaky, sneaky.
That
Okay.
was the entire idea. I lit them all up for you.
All right, you got it.
Thank you.
Rav, you're up. The red-handed demon is on deck. Go ahead.
So, oh, the one that Wendy's put damage on already.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and do Toll the Dead. So I need a Wisdom.
You got it. That is a 14 minus 1, 13.
That's a fail.
Okay.
So
2d12, I believe.
3.
Actually, 3d12 now, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot. You guys aren't level 5 anymore.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, it's level
23.
23? Nice. Okay. Alright, he didn't like that. So yeah, you... It's like... "Argh!" Just kind of starts waning in pain from it.
And then Lacrima got hit the most earlier, right?
I think she's the only one that's
She's
got
the
hit.
only one.
Yeah, I got 14
Yeah.
points.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do a bonus action healing word on her. First level.
Yep, you got it. For those watching that are like, she can't do that, we have a house rule that bonus action spells can be used second level or lower if they use a non-bonus action at a higher level spell. It's just so people with spells can do more than just one thing and then have to watch, because when fighters and things get multiple attacks. So I just think it makes the game flow better.
How much does that heal me for?
5.
Okay, thank you.
You
You're
go for
welcome.
5.
Ah,
Okay, anything else, Rav?
No?
Okay. Hand of the Demon Red. The red one is going to... the one that originally started growling is now looking around, and it's going to charge up to Lacrima, and he is going to take 2...
he can see me?
Oh, I'm sorry, no, he can't. He's gonna run up to Estelar. That's right, you're hidden. He's gonna run up to Estelar.
God damn it! Stop hiding.
He's gonna run up to the one he can see.
I can bonus action hide too, but it hasn't been
Yeah.
my turn yet.
He goes to swing at you, and you just disappear, and then he, like, looks over at Estelar, and he's like, uh-huh, and he runs up to her. So he's gonna run up to Estelar, and he's gonna take 2 claw attacks. The first one, that is a 24 to hit. And the second one, that's a miss. That's only going to be a 16 to hit. 16 doesn't hit you, right? Estelar?
Child?
She okay
Child,
there?
I think you're muted. I can hear you talking in your room, but I can't hear you talking.
No, I wasn't muted. The audio decided to glitch.
Okay,
Everyone
gotcha.
was robots for a second.
I was like, man, he hit her so hard, she got quiet.
Nope.
Okay, so 16 doesn't
So what
hit
was
you,
it?
right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, the first one hit you, the second one missed you. Because the first one's a 24, and I'm pretty sure that hits you.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, that is 14 points of slashing damage.
Those claws.
You went robot there. What'd you say?
Our audio is messing up again.
Okay. Yeah, I can't hear her.
The audio glitched again. What was that?
You take 14 points of slashing damage.
14? Okay.
Yep. Okay, let me close that out. Hang on. Okay, perfect. Alright, so that is it for that one. It is the green one's turn that's in front of Nessie. It is going to take 2 claw attacks at Nessie.
It uses disadvantage because of my cloak of displacement.
You got it. So with disadvantage, that is a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, second attack. That is a 19 to hit.
Also nope.
Okay. He can't seem to make purchase. I was getting frustrated. Up next is Beatrix heading down to the area. She's going to move her distance down to where the green one is at. And she's going to say, "This lady again." I think not. And she pulls her hands back and goes to shoot this massive bolt out that shoots down across and somehow misses all of you guys. You're not exactly sure how. But this giant red bolt of lightning shoots down through and goes through the green, the red, and Jamie. They're all going to make dexterity saving throws. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fail.
Oh, Beatrix.
Nice.
1 second.
We always
I gotta roll the dice on this because it's too many dice for me to roll manually. Okay,
Nice,
all 3 of them take 49 points of damage.
Each? Wow.
Yep.
I like Beatrix. She's on our side.
So the green one goes, and this giant hole through it. It just bursts into flames and hellfire and just starts melting right in front of you in agony and pain, and it is currently dead.
Yeah.
The red one looks really pissed and burnt, and Jamie doesn't look too happy either. Ah! She kind of reevaluates. And
we made some powerful friends.
Me, the death cleric, is like, oh yes, this is great.
the yellow demon is going to... it kind of like has this moment where it flickers for a second, and it disappears into a shadow, and you're like, what the hell? And then, Rav, as this is happening, you hear out from behind you a voice go, boo! And it comes out from behind you, and it goes to make 2 attacks at you. It does some type of shadow step.
Fine.
The first attack is a 19.
Yeah, it barely hits. Yeah.
Okay. And then the second attack that's even higher. That's a 22.
Well, damn.
Okay, so the first one you take 11 points of slashing, and the second one you take 9 points of slashing. So 20 total points.
Okay. No, Bubba.
Okay, that is the end for the yellow one. Estelar, you're up. And we'll see if Stella's waking up.
Alright, so
Rude.
She's an old lady. She sleeps through the combat. At this point, she deserves it.
She sure does.
yeah, so how close are all the enemies to me?
So right now, based on the staircase, the green one's dead. The yellow one is now behind Rivara, who is up almost to the top of the deck behind, like, where the staircase comes down. And then the red one and Jamie are technically right next to you guys.
Okay.
So you guys being you and Lacrima.
So they're right next to me. So I probably shouldn't shoot them.
Yeah, I mean, the red demon's within 5 feet of you. Jamie's probably 10 feet away, so you could shoot Jamie if you wanted to.
Jamie's been damaged, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm a hunter's mark Jamie.
Okay, you got it. Jamie is hunter's marked.
It's a verbal thing. I just think my elf just says bitch whenever they hunters mark someone.
You got it. So you sit there and you go, bitch! And she's hunter's marked.
I just think that's funny.
Jamie's like, you calling me a bitch?
Yep!
You're a bitch!
You're a bitch!
How she would be, too.
Okay, what do you want to do?
And then I'm a shooter. I'm gonna shoot Jamie.
You got it.
So that's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, cool. So it's... Hold on. It's 1d8.
Plus a d6 for hunter's mark.
Plus a d6 and then plus another d8 because Gloss Slayer, I believe. Yep. So that's 3 plus 4 plus 5, 9 plus 7 is 16 damage.
You got it.
You're really loving this, huh?
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Alright.
Oh god,
14.
She rolled really low. That's a fail, but you only take 6 points of fire damage.
Alright.
Actually, cold damage, I believe. I'm pretty sure Jamie's a blue tiefling, if I remember correctly. So you take 6 points of cold damage.
Alright. And then I'm gonna shoot her again. Why not?
Go for it.
$25 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Hunter's Mark is for every attack I make, right?
Yes, and then if a target was to die with Hunter's Mark, you can move it as a reaction. You can move it to another target.
Yeah.
Without casting
so
a
that's
spell.
14 damage.
Okay.
I know it's a bonus action to move it.
All right.
Good boy.
I also, as a house rule, if you want to use your reaction to move it mid-combat so you don't have to waste your bonus action on it, I also allow that. Because you get one reaction per round, so... okay, so... Good. Stella... That is a nat 1 to wake up. So she's enjoying her Z's.
I'm gonna wake up, find dead demons in the middle of our boat.
Probably offer him a
Damn,
sticky
wizard
bun.
always missing out.
Right? Probably offer him a sticky bun. Top of the round, Nessie, you're up. Jamie's on
Alright,
deck.
so the one in front of me is still alive, correct?
The green one that was in front of you, I believe. I think it was the
It
green
was
one that was in
between
front
me
of
and
you.
Rab.
Yeah, that one's dead.
Alright,
So-
so there's one on the other side of Rab now.
Yes.
I'm
That's the
gonna do the
yellow
same
one.
thing but go the other direction and get behind that one.
Okay, you got it.
Because I don't want it going after the crew.
Okay.
They're not equipped to fight demons. We don't pay them enough for that. They're just for sailing. Pretty sure they feel the same way. And let's fit the full round. 16?
16 just misses.
So now we know. 20.
That hits.
Right. Only 7 ice damage.
Okay, for that one, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Can do. Ooh, 22.
That succeeds. 6, 7, 8.
No damage for
That's true. Normally you would take 12 to 6, but with evasion, none. So, yeah, you just brush off the effect.
and
It's
then
like-
I'll flurry twice again.
You just kind of as your hands turn to flames as the flames hit you, and you just absorb it through your fists. And the demon's like, "Arr!" All right, go ahead.
Give him maniacal laughter when I hit him the next couple times. 23?
23 hits. Yeah, Jamie's not hysterically laughing anymore. In fact, she looks a little sad.
11 ice damage for that hit.
Okay, you got it.
And 18
Okay.
for another 7.
Yep,
And I will stay there to try and keep his focus.
you got it. Jamie's turn. Jamie is going to move towards... Let's see, the closest target's going to be Estelar. So she's going to run up to Estelar, who has the red demon next to her, and she is going to use the flanking for advantage, and she's going to go make a shiv attack at you with the dagger that she has, which gives her advantage. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and she's using sneak attack.
Fuck!
She can't.
What do you mean she can't?
Isn't she still lit up by fairy fire?
Fairy fire doesn't change the fact that she gets sneak attack. All it does is gives you advantage on your attacks against her.
Oh, okay. All right, just want to make sure.
Yep. And it makes it to where she can't turn invisible. Okay, so that is 8 points of piercing just from the dagger, and then sneak attack is another 27 points of piercing damage.
So what's that total?
27, 34 points of total damage, I believe.
Owie.
Ouch.
And then
No,
she's... Go ahead.
No, I was right next to Estelar.
Uh-huh.
She came within 5 feet of me. Does that give me an attack of opportunity?
Well, she's coming into combat. She's not leaving combat. So you don't get attacks of opportunity when they come in. You get attacks of opportunity when they try to leave.
Ah.
So, but keep that in mind. You can use your reaction if she decides to move. Unless she disengages, then as a bonus action, then you can't. But right now, she's going to offhand attack Estelar again to try to finish the pain. Offhand attack, that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Now, this one, she doesn't get to add her modifier, so it's only 2 points of piercing damage.
Oh, thank God.
And that is it for Jamie. Lacrima, you're up, and Rav, you're on deck.
Okay, so she's within 5 feet of me.
Why is everyone next to me?
Let's go ahead and try to stab her with one dagger and then the other. So attack with Reality's Edge.
Go for it.
So I roll to hit. That's the plus 12 one, right? Yeah. Am I not remembering how to do this anymore?
What are you trying to do?
Trying to roll to hit. There we go. 31 to hit.
Yeah, just barely.
just barely. Alright. Because I have advantage, I'm pretty sure that gives me the sneak attack as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to roll for regular damage. And that is 9. And then sneaky, where are you, sneaky? I can never find sneaky. I think I have to go to my feats one. No. Why is this every single freaking week? I can't remember.
What are you trying to do?
To roll for my sneak attack?
Yeah, your sneak attack is underneath
There it
your
is.
abilities.
Found it.
Yeah, there you go.
As soon as I ask for help. Okay, so that is 9 plus 26. That is 35 points of damage.
And this was to which target?
This was to Jamie, which was within range of Esther. So she's within hand distance.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm sorry, the bonus action is 2-weapon fighting. Pretty sure I can do an additional attack with the other weapon.
Yes, you can offhand attack with the other weapon, but you do not get to add your modifier. It's just the dice if you hit.
Okay, so I just rolled a 20.
To hit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that hits. And then you just roll.
Wait, no. I didn't roll yet. So I roll just a 20-sided die, right?
Yeah, you're just rolling to hit, and then if you hit, it's a D4, and all you get to add is the dice damage. You don't get to add your modifier to an offhand attack.
Okay, so let me roll. So can I think I have to use the other weapon, though.
I mean, technically, yes.
Okay, so that is a 21 to hit. So that hits, and then I roll just the dice without the plus.
Yeah, you don't get to roll a sneak attack again. That's once per turn. You just roll the D4, and that's all you get.
So I just get whatever the D4 is,
Correct.
plus the 7 on the weapon?
You don't get the plus 7. You don't get to add your modifier to an offhand attack. Nobody does.
Okay, because I just rolled a 2 on that then.
So you just get 2 additional damage. Which, I mean, when you're doing as much damage as you are, every little bit helps.
Yep. Okay.
So, alright, so you... And she's like, ah! She's like, is that what I've been doing to people? And anything else you want to do?
Don't think there's any other real actions I could take unless I just want to try to hide, but I already used my bonus action.
Yeah, if you bonus action, really all you can do is move at this point. And if you move, she's going to get an attack of opportunity.
Nope, we're going to just stick right here.
Alright, Ravara, you're up.
Okay. How are they all looking? Like,
A lot of people are looking pretty hurt, I think. Estelar's taking a lot of damage, I know that.
okay,
Yes, I am. Why do they always target me? Stop it.
Who's-
I'm stricken.
closest to me? Like,
So I think Estelar has the most damage.
It's probably
Go
ahead.
I've only got 9 points of damage right now. Estelar sustained like 34 or something.
Yeah, plus all the other attacks I've been made against
It's probably
me.
that frail wood elf body. They just think they can snap you like a twig.
Stop! I'm not that frail.
On top
I
of being
did
a
big
teenager
damage.
and easy emotional damage, it's just so much.
Yep.
Oh my god. Stop it.
okay.
I'm 100. Chill. 107. I'm not that weak.
I guess I'll do a healing word in the 5th.
Okay. Healing word 5th level. Just keep in mind, you can only do a cantrip as an action if you do that. Or a 2nd level spell or lower.
Right. Oh god, where'd it go? My brain. Okay. They need it, so 14. I rolled not great.
Okay, so you heal for 14.
Yeah.
That's law. You get 14 hit points back. Anything else you want to do, Rab? Do you want to toll the dead or anything else?
Yeah, why not? Let's toll the dead.
Who do you want to toll the dead on?
Jamie.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Yeah.
That is a 15 plus 4, so a 20 or a 19. Sorry.
It succeeds.
Okay, so I think she takes none, right? Or is it half?
None.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, she's pretty wise with her current demonic powers.
Yeah.
Okay. That it for you?
Yeah.
All right. The red glowing demon is going to make 2. Actually, it's going to make a bite attack at Nessie. That is a 26 to hit.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh, hold on.
That cloak.
That is just 1 less, so 25 to hit.
Still hits, and the cloak doesn't work until the start of the next round.
Okay,
I think
so
of my next turn.
You take 3 points of piercing damage, but I need a Constitution saving throw.
Is it for fire?
No.
Remember, I'm immune to disease and poison.
Are you immune to poison?
Yep.
Okay. Then, 3 points of piercing damage, and the poison does not take hold.
Monks are pretty resilient for not
is-
wearing armor.
Which is good, because demon poison ain't no joke. Alright, that's... it only gets 1 bite attack or 2 slash, so... Beatrix is up. She is going to cast Bless on everyone in the party. So,
Yay!
you all get to add a d4 to saving throws and attacks. So just add the d4 dice to any saving throws or attacks that you make.
Along with advantage.
That's going to be it.
Huh?
That's going to be it for her.
Got the advantage.
Yellow Demon is going to take a bite out of Lacrima. That is a 19 to bite you.
I have a 19 AC.
If it meets it, it beats
That
it.
beats it.
That's the best way to remember it. If it meets it, it beats it. So,
Okay.
You take 9 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, got 15, and then I need to add that D4.
Yep.
19.
Okay, 19 succeeds, so you're going to take half damage. And
Okay, so
you're taking half damage, and you're not poisoned. So you take, instead of taking 24 points of poison damage, you take 12, and you do not have the poison effect.
Okay, so how much of the piercing damage? You said 9?
9 piercing and 12, so 21.
One?
Yes.
Okay.
21 total damage if you don't have any kind of resistances to poison, which I don't think you do.
I don't think I do either. Son of a... Itch.
Okay. And he pulls his corroded teeth out of you and just starts laughing. Estelar, you're up. Stella... Holy shit. She can't roll above a 10. That's an 8. She's still asleep. Estelar, you're up.
So I'm guessing this cantrip that takes 1 action, I would be out of my action, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip or your 2 attack. If you take the attack action, you get your 2 attacks or 3, however many it is now. And if you're a cantrip, it's just your action. You don't get to attack in addition.
Alright. And I got Jamie and I got one of the demons next to me.
Correct.
And they're flanking me.
The yellow demon, literally, you just saw the yellow demon literally just pull its teeth out of Lacrima.
Fun.
Keep in mind, you have advantage because of the fairy fire.
You also
The
have,
yellow-
I know I have advantage.
you also have a D4 to the attacks.
And a D4. But the cantrip is so cool, but it costs an action, so I guess I'll just stab him with my rapier. Alright, so I guess I'll just stab Jamie again. Seems like the,
Okay, go for it.
Alright. 29 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, and then...
Ah.
And then it's... Okay, and then so it's that 11 plus Colossus Slayer. Not also plus a 1 for the T4. Wait, no, that's from the 2 hit. Never mind. So that's 12 damage.
12 damage.
Oh, and then Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
17 damage in total.
Okay, you got it. Alright, so you hit her with the 2 arrows, and she breaks both of them off, and she just looks really pissed. So,
I stabbed her with the rapier this time, actually.
gotcha. Okay. So you stab her twice, and she doesn't pull any arrows out.
Oh, I haven't stabbed her twice yet. Damn it. Alright.
You stab her
me
once, and the anticipation of getting stabbed a second time is too much for her. I'm telling the story. Alright. Go ahead.
Jamie and Ryan are questioning life choices.
27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm sure
I'm
that
gonna
hits.
come back at us.
Too many numbers.
All
Too
right.
many numbers.
All the numbers. Alright.
I apologize for raising a math nerd.
That's alright.
4.
Math is
We need more of those.
9, 15 damage.
Alright. She does not look happy or healthy at the moment. So, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw, though.
Of course you do. Alright, I'm just gonna roll my... I already have my D4.
Don't forget your
Oh,
D4.
fuck, that's an 8.
Did you? Oh, yeah. 4 is not going to help her in this case. But that was good remembering. You take 11 points of ice damage. Hellish
Stop hitting me.
As you, go to stab her, your hand just, solidifies in ice for a second, and then, quickly thaws, but the damage doesn't feel good.
Ah!
Anything
Cold!
else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Stella's
That's all
still
I got.
asleep. She rolled an 8 to wake up. She needs a 10 or higher. Nessie, you're up.
Alright, I still got one in front of me. With its eyes on me and Rav. So let's see if we can't get him out of the way.
You got it. Are you hitting the red one or the yellow one? You're hitting the one that's right in front of you, right? So the red one?
Right in front of me, between me and Rav.
Okay, red one. Go for it. Yeah, he's looking pretty hurt.
I will go one hit at a time then.
Okay.
19?
19 hits.
Only 7 ice damage.
Okay, I do need... he is going to use his reaction. So give me a dex save. DC 16.
23.
Okay, no damage. And then your second
I
attack.
love Evasion.
Yep.
Alright.
Rogues, man. Or, I mean, monks. Monks and rogues.
Both.
Y'all some wiry motherfuckers.
28?
28 damage?
No, 28 to hit. 9
yeah.
damage.
I was like, damn! Yeah, that hits, and okay. Still looking
I
rough.
can't do 28 damage in one hit.
Not yet.
If I could, that'd be broken. We'll go ahead and flurry.
Okay.
Oof. 13 is not high enough, but
13 misses.
31 is.
31 hits. Quite the opposite. The exact
12
opposite,
damage.
in fact. Okay, yeah, he's barely standing.
And then I'll try to keep his eyes on me.
You got it. All right. Let's see.
Oh, and my cloak is back up and running.
Okay. This time, Jamie's gonna spin around, not leading combat, but spin around to sneak attack Lacrima. So it's just a straight, or no? Because he gives you, Fairy Fire gives you advantage on them, right? It doesn't give them disadvantage.
I'll double check.
I think it just
But
gives
I'm curious.
you advantage.
I'm curious how she's
I didn't
getting
roll with
advantage, though.
She's getting advantage because there's a yellow demon on the other side of you guys that she's flanking with. If you have a teammate on the other side of somebody, or
Oh no, I forgot about the demon, the stupid
Yes.
demon. I'm so focused on let's take down Jamie.
oh, it's always. I mean, always ask if you're not sure. So it's a lot harder to do it with Theater of Mind because you don't have a grid to look at.
The grids are
Jamie's
so
the
nice.
one I have Hunter's Mark on, so I'm just hitting her until
No,
I
it
can't
doesn't.
anymore.
It does not give disadvantage. It basically negates them getting advantage from being invisible and gives us advantage. So it doesn't
Okay.
just give them straight out disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. So she got a 28 to hit.
Oh yeah, she hit.
Okay, so it is 6 points of piercing damage, and then her sneak attack. Hold on. 10, 14, 15, 22, 27 points of piercing damage.
So 33 damage.
Correct.
That takes me below half health.
Okay. And that is... Then she's going to offhand attack you.
Oh god. I'm at 38 points of health at the moment. Okay.
That's probably
Let's see what
gonna.
she does.
That's probably gonna miss. That's a 15 to hit.
Oh yeah, that misses.
Okay. And that's it for her. It's your turn.
Okay.
Two squishy people are being flanked.
All right. So we're going to attack her and also take sneak attack.
Okay. You got it.
All right. So roll with advantage. So I roll this. Gives me just a 10. Roll another 20. Okay. That sucks. All right. So 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. Base damage of 8. And then that sucked. And sneak attack. So 28 damage.
Woo! She's hurting.
Okay. Just so low. Do I have anything?
Can offhand
No.
attack.
Yeah, I got nothing I can use to try to save myself here, so I might as well just keep attacking.
Okay, go for it. Don't forget
Okay.
to add a D4 because you're blessed.
Yeah. I forgot to add a D4 to that first one.
I mean, you hit, so unless you nat 20'd, it wouldn't matter. That D4 can't change it to a natural 20, so as long as you hit, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so the D4 is added to the roll to hit.
Correct.
Okay.
So if you nat 20, you don't have to roll the D4 either, because natural 20 always hits, no matter the circumstance.
Yeah, I didn't nat 20
Okay, what'd you get?
on that. What I rolled before was I rolled a 10.
10 total, or?
I rolled 10, and then plus the 12, it was a 22.
Oh yeah, that still hits. She has a 19 AC.
Yeah. Okay, so re-rolling this next one, it was a 30
Yeah, that hits.
to hit. Okay. So then this is just the D4 without the 7. So just a D4 for the extra little bit of damage. It's a 1.
Okay, it's still alive, barely, but still alive.
Oh my god, she needs to die!
Anything else? I mean, she does have the blood of a demon in her right now, so...
She used to be Angeling before all of this.
Yeah, she's always been a devil, but now she has demon blood in her. But she
I don't
used
have
to be
anything
there.
else I can do, because that was my action and my bonus action. The only other things I've got are my reactions.
Yeah, this is...
So I should have used the reaction on when she did the physical damage to me.
Do you have a ability to stab back or anything?
Riposte.
Uncanny dodge.
Oh, yeah, you could have done that. You could do that for sneak attack, too, because it's a physical attack, so you could half sneak attack.
Yeah, I should have used Uncanny Dodge against her sneak attack, but I forgot to
You
call
need to
it.
use Uncanny dodge.
Any
It's so
physical attack, yeah. But it is your reaction, so just keep that in mind. Because there may be a time where you want to disengage, or where you want to, do an attack of opportunity, and if you burn your reaction, uncanny dodging, you can't do either of those. Until it's your turn again. Okay, that's it for you then. Rav, you're up. Jamie's looking very hurt. One of the demons is looking very hurt, and one of the other demons is hurt, but not on death's door. And you're muted, if just FYI.
Okay, I think pretty much everybody is hurt.
I'm not too bad, so if you hit someone else with healing, I'm fine.
Well, I was just gonna do like a mass.
Yeah, mass is always good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with the have mass healing word. 4th level.
Okay. Incoming healing.
Always a good thing.
8.
Woo! 8.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it's just healing word.
points is still healing.
It's just healing word, but it hits everybody, so it's still good. Healing's not meant to be super OP in this game.
Yeah, I know.
And then we will do I can do Toll the Dead again, I guess?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'll do that on the least hurt one.
The least hurt demon.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. That is... It's a natural 20. But he minuses 2, but it's still an 18. What is your DC?
16.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, unfortunately he nat 20'd. Even with a -2, he still succeeds. Natural 20 doesn't mean... Yeah, natural 20 doesn't mean he succeeds in a save, like it does with a hit, but his negative modifier is still high enough.
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's do it.
Sorry. Hey, at least you're helping people.
Yep.
Red Demon is going to take a bite attack, knowing that its poison doesn't do shit to Nessie. It's going to take a bite attack against... it's going to kind of move to the side where Rivara is. And, I mean, not out of combat, mind you, but it's going to turn around and bite Rivara. That's a nat 1. So he goes to bite at you, and you just backhand him with your greaves. You're just... Oh! Does him no good. That's it for him. Beatrix is going to hit the red demon with what do I want to use? The one that's almost dead, just to get it off your guys' back. She's just gonna hit it with a Eldritch Blast, and she'll shoot the other beam at the yellow one. Both hit. Okay, the red one bursts into flames and hellfire and screams as it dies. The other one takes 9 points of damage.
Which one is still alive?
The yellow one.
Ah, the one by me.
Yep. That's it for Beatrix. It is the yellow one's turn. It's going to take a bite out of La Crema.
Oh.
That is a 21 to hit.
That would hit. Can I do uncanny dodge?
You can to the physical damage, but not the poison. The physical damage is 6, so you can half it to 3 if you want.
No, I'll just take the 6.
Okay. 9. And then you take 14 points of poison damage. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I need a Constitution saving throw. You may only take 7.
I have a crap constitution.
Well, then you're probably going to take 14.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and run the roll just for giggles.
Just for shits and giggles?
Just for shits and giggles.
You got it.
I rolled a 5.
Woo! 14.
I rolled a 5. It's 7. I got a 7.
Yeah, so you take 14 points of poison damage, and you are considered poisoned, which is disadvantage on attacks and ability checks.
Although that evens out to
It was just a straight roll.
Just
Yeah.
a
straight roll because of the fairy fire.
So I can't use my sneak attack now.
You can, because you have a teammate within 5 feet.
Yep. I'm
So
right
even
there.
though you don't get advantage, you still get your sneak attack.
So Estelar, stick with me, please.
So it's
Otherwise,
still
Fine, I'll stay with you.
I'm ineffective without you.
Yeah, it's still a straight
Part of the reason
roll,
why I'm staying right
but you
here
still get sneak attack if
to
it
help
hits.
you.
Alright, Estelar, you're up. Stella, you're on deck if you wake up, and she does not. She just rolled a 2.
Of course you did.
She's
Wow,
she's
you
a
cannot
sleepy
roll
wizard.
for Stella.
I want the ability to sleep like that.
I'm not doing it. Stella's doing it.
Jealous of Stella's sleeping skills.
She's an
So-
old lady.
Stella's having a super sleep. Her hearing aid's out, so she can't hear anything that's going on.
I got at least 30, 40 years before I hit that level of skill.
How close to
At
death
this point, we may
door
want to
is-
check her pulse.
Yeah, true.
It's
How
true.
close to death's door is Jamie right now?
Knocking on it.
Knocking on it?
Blow her over.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that's... Alright.
You don't want to kill her.
But you can't kill her anyway. She's from the 9 hells. If you
Yeah.
kill her physical form, her soul just goes back to the 9 hells, gets reincarnated, gets super pissed off, and comes back again.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
this
really
is probably
know.
the third time.
I don't really know her. I don't know y'all's history with her.
That's also
so,
accurate.
I mean,
So you would just be stabbing.
there's a person hitting me. I'm gonna
Yep.
stab the bitch.
That is 100% accurate. You would just go to Stab Town. So do what you're gonna do.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you say bitch when you cast this new one on her?
Wait, is it a verbal? It is a verbal. I say bitch again.
You bitch, Zephyr Strike, and she's like, "Why are you so mean to me?
Cause you're kidding me.
I'm a demon." She's like, "Demon." Actually, she's like bleeding out of every orifice, and she's like, "I'm a demon."
You're still being mean to me.
All right, so you're hitting her with an arrow.
No, I'm hitting her with my rapier because I'd have to.
Go for it.
Oh, I mean, technically, since I have advantage, it cancels out the disadvantage of close range.
Yeah, but a rapier is more personal.
And you
Yeah,
get plus
yeah.
you get a D4 anyway on whatever attack you roll. Or
That's
bless.
true. Yep. All right. Oh, hitting her with the rapier again.
You got it.
All right, and that is a 31.
To hit? Yeah, that hits. I'm pretty sure that hits her next character in the next campaign as well. So as soon as the game starts, she's gonna take a hit from Estelar from campaign 1. Okay, go ahead.
Future Jamie is also limping along.
I crit with the advantage, so does that mean all of my dice rolls are doubled?
Yeah, but that won't be necessary.
I'm still gonna add it up.
That's fine. She has 3 hit points.
Alright, so that's a 15 from just the rapier. Alright.
Okay.
Now I gotta roll Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll your damage since it's fun, and then we'll kill. then I'll explain how she melts into hellfire.
Oh, this is so overkill and then drama. I love this game.
And then added 8 from the Hunter's Mark, so that brings it to a 23.
Okay.
Alright, and now the Zephyr Strike, because I really don't like her.
Okay.
That's an 11 force damage from the Zephyr Strike.
Alright. Okay, so you go to stab her. And as you do, it's right through the chest, and you're like, bitch! And she goes, ugh! And she grabs the blade and just kind of looks at you for a moment and pulls the blade in closer and says, death is only... And before she can finish her sentence, you pull the rapier back out and stab her in the face twice. And she goes, death is only the... And just starts to melt into hellfire and brimstone. And her face, like, cracks. And she's like, oh! And she just dusts right in front of you. And as this happens, the demon over by you guys, the yellow demon, starts screaming and withering in pain and also turns to dust. And the portal that was open underneath where you guys are at, as the dust flows into the portal closes as the dust enters it.
Nice.
And you are currently out of combat.
Sorry about that. She's an old friend. We lost
I don't
the
care
night.
who the fuck she is. She's a bitch.
Yeah, she's kind of turned into one after being there for so long.
No, she is just straight up a bitch. I will not take any argument against this.
Honestly, your last attack really did seem like overkill, but there's nothing quite as satisfying as seeing that face just get the rapier as she's trying to give a dramatic speech. That will always
I could have shot her with the arrow, but the rapier is more personal.
I really hope that if Liz does come back, I really hope that she's willing to make a second character. I don't think if you guys save Jamie, I don't think her and Estelar are going to get along very well.
Nope, and I am perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, so the
I
only way
don't got a high charisma. I don't care.
The only way to stop her from coming back once she's regenerated is to go to the 9 hells and either kill her down there or find the demon that has the contract and kill the demon. Those are the only
Let's
two
save
ways
the world
to get her
first.
out. She basically had to use a contract, had to make a contract with a demon to get out of being tortured on a daily basis for eternity. So she's kind of turned into a demon with... Yeah, little bit of a bitch.
She's a demon's bitch.
Yeah, but eternal torture, I feel like that would turn anybody into a bitch. So.
It seems like trauma and a lot of anger to release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that, so she's just a bitch to me.
True.
Okay.
All right.
we
So,
were
I'm
good
still...
friends once upon a time when she wasn't trying to kill us.
She's a bitch now, that's all that matters.
You guys are a day from Galaran, so you do have time to rest again. Stella wakes up and it's like, morning, everyone! Sticky buns, anyone? What happened?
I deserve sticky bun. Stella, I take one. Take a bite. Sit down.
I take
cry
like-
a little
I take
bit
like-
to myself in the corner.
Sticky buns for everyone.
Thank you, Stella.
On them. I am in bliss. I have 20 sticky buns. This is the best.
Sticky buns for everyone.
Stella, did you have a good nap?
The best. Oh, I had a. It was a nightmare. I dreamt that we were under attack, but then it quickly subsided.
Ah. Good to know.
By the way, why does it
My
smell like?
damage is a nightmare to you.
Why does it smell like sulfur and shit down here?
Amy came to visit.
Oh, not again. Why didn't you wake me?
She's a bitch.
We tried. I mean, we figured you'd wake up with combat, so.
Oh no. I was a little drunk on sticky buns.
I'm getting drunk on sticky buns right now.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
Can I have another
I
one,
love
Stella?
Of course
I finished
you can.
this one. Thank you.
You get a sticky bun and you get a sticky bun. Everybody gets a sticky bun.
I want all the sticky buns.
Let's go check on the crew real quick, and then we can
Sticky buns.
relax. I think we contained it down here.
Yeah, the crew seems to be fine. They're all scared shitless, but one of them's like, why does this keep happening?
Sorry, pissed off ex-friend?
We cleared it out. The danger's gone.
I'm just standing next to Stella, like, yo necesito sticky buns. All the sticky buns. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, the teenager found the grandma with the sweets.
I've reverted back to Elvish. I am now just asking for sticky buns in Elvish.
I think she actually speaks that.
She might. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wizards
yeah.
get a lot of languages.
She does. She gives you a sticky bun in Elvish and says you're welcome in Elvish. She has Celestial Common, Elvish, and Undercommon.
Hey, amo sticky buns.
Okay, so you guys, if you're not doing anything else for the day, you can rest. And by the time you wake, you will be at the port of Galaran.
Alright, I think we all need to rest.
Or Larenmore, I should say.
Yeah, I'm
Rest
I'm
sounds good.
I'm gorging myself on sticky buns and then resting.
Alright, so long rest.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay!
Alright.
You shouldn't visit us again for a good minute.
Yeah,
Takes her a
it
while.
takes a while to
Fingers
regenerate.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you guys were gone for 10 years before, she was probably like, I guess they're dead! And probably just ended up giving up. But then, in this case, it had only been 3 more days from the 3 weeks that she hadn't came after you, so... It had been a little over 3 weeks.
Wait, does that mean in the other timeline she would have just slaughtered the crew because we weren't there?
Probably. Probably did, or Beatrix stopped her every time she came back.
Good old Beatrix.
Yeah, it's nice to have a level 20 on your side.
Mind if we take a bathroom break real quick?
Go for it.
Okay.
I could use a chance to get more tea.
Yep, go for it.
Necesito sticky buns. I've just decided Spanish is Elvish now, because I know a little Spanish. Good for you! Stop yelling about it! I love sticky buns.
Sticky buns are yummy.
Oh, the sticky buns.
I would I complain about a sticky bun in real life.
Oh, actually, I don't know if I've had sticky buns in real life.
I just want sweets right now.
Yeah. Go back to your computer, Lacrima! Lacrima? I put everything into calling Jamie a bitch, as she deserves. I'm just an irreverent young elf who likes calling enemies bitches whenever I use spells.
It's almost like you're a teenager or something.
Well, technically, I just turned an adult, according to Elven terms. So yeah.
The equivalent of your age now.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, that was 10 times the damage required. That was awesome. And we're
But
once
I
again
wanted to-
using technology to talk to each other in separate rooms of the same house.
Yep.
Whatever.
In a public, on a public
least-
forum. We've done
Welcome
this,
to Earth.
This time there's a reason.
We've done this TikTok. We've done this on Twitter. We've done this on
Well,
Discord.
actually, we haven't done it on TikTok.
It's
I
because
don't
you
have a
refuse TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok is hilarious.
No, I postpone using TikTok. That's what I do.
I'm telling you, the answer, Ashlyn, is vitamin D. Take lots of it. It also helps fibromyalgia.
I think it's just because I'm tired, probably.
I just like to think the first day I had the bow, all I would do was just shoot the bow at fish I saw in the water.
All right.
All I did.
Everybody back? Everybody good?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. All right. You guys have made it to the port of, the continent of Galaran, but the port of Larenmore. And as you approach, there is lots of different people at the port themselves conducting business, talking to one another. You see an individual that kind of waves at your ship as you guys are coming in, and the crew kind of gets it ready. They tether it to the side of the dock. A very well-dressed individual with a ledger approaches your ship, looks up at all of you and says, greetings. Welcome to Larenmore. How many days will you be staying with us?
We're actually unsure. How many can we pay for in advance?
It will cost you a total of 2 gold a day. How many days do you wish to stay docked at the moment? You can pay as much in advance as you'd like. No refunds.
Like 3 to start?
We could pay for probably a week.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
Be safe.
A week? That'll be, what did you say, 3? So,
You said
or no,
2 a day.
2 a day, so 14 gold. 14 gold!
I'll take a hit this time.
Thank you very much. Closes the ledger. This is, what name should I put for your ship?
Did we ever name our ship?
I don't think so.
I don't believe we did. Can we name it Shippy McShipface?
Shippy McShipface.
Shippy McShipface.
Is that,
Shippy for short.
SLR is dying.
is that the
Call
name
it
is that the name you give him? Shippy McShipface?
Yeah, we'll give him Shippy.
Sure.
Okay, Shippy. He's like, Shippy. What a very interesting name. Closes his book. He says, good day, welcome to Larenmore, and just kind of walks away.
Lacrima!
The crew all like look at each other like. So like we're the crew of the Shippy McShipface.
If you guys want to name it, that's your prerogative. We have world saving.
It's the first thing I thought of. I apologize. We can rename it later if
Give
nobody
me a
likes
second.
Shippy.
Give me a second, guys.
I'm sorry. It's the first one I thought of and it sounded funny, so I went with it. I can't always control my inner chaos from coming out. It's usually funny. Usually
I don't know
funny.
it's worth it for the look on their faces.
I was just quiet the entire time because I did not want to interact.
I think it was worth it for everybody's collective. Like, oh my god, did a grown woman really just say that?
Sorry about that. Okay, so
A grown fucking elf.
you guys are able to get off the ship.
Not even just an ordinary woman, because a grown elf is
I'm a
technically
grown-
over the age of 100.
I'm a grown drow elf. And I'm not a teenager. I'm like 150, pushing. I don't know how old I am. Whatever. But like,
Probably
I'm
like 200
a
something.
little drow elf. road.
Yeah, elves live for quite a while in D&D.
You're already an oddity to begin with.
Well, I think female drow elves lived like 700, 800, 900 years. I'm probably
Yeah,
closer
they
to
live
2
Well,
or
elves all
300.
live to be 700. And they
Yeah.
don't actually look old. Like, they don't hit any kind of, like, old age issues till they're, like, 600 to 700 years old.
So
Yeah.
I look like a grown ass. Yeah. And I just said Shippy McShipface, and that was
Wow.
worth all
You've
the
been an
chaos.
adult for decades,
I've been an adult for centuries.
for centuries, and I've been an adult for like a few years, maybe
The trick,
like 7
the
years.
trick is joy where you can find it. So Shippy McShipface,
Sounds like a
Is
great
the current
name.
name of the ship.
it's a great name.
So Shippy
You know what?
McShipface is currently docked. The Shippy McShipface gangplank gets lowered down as you guys exit Shippy. There's lots of business being conducted
Around Shippy.
around Shippy. Some of it further out than not. Lots of people shipping things, and people just doing their daily chores at the dock. The crew is kind of like, all right, let's go get some drinks, and a couple of them stay behind to watch the ship, but most of them head to bars.
Have we paid them for their time lately?
Considering you were gone for essentially 3 days, you were probably paid up to a point. You probably owe them about a week's worth of wages at this point.
We
So
should
you-
pay that before they actually leave the ship so they have something to enjoy.
Yeah.
How much are their weekly wages?
I believe you guys pay the whole crew in total 10 gold a week,
I can
Which-
cover that.
which may not seem
Okay.
like a lot, but that's a lot.
That's a lot for them.
Yeah.
I can
A gold coin is essentially a $100 bill, so.
cover that
I
for
mean-
for them.
All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Literally, we'll have like
Okay.
5 gold.
So I
a
just
week.
removed 10 gold.
Yeah, I mean, like a drink, like one thing of ale is like a silver, so a gold goes a long way.
That'll get them some fun while they're out there.
All right, so they're gonna go get cotton candy and beer. So not at the same time, but anywho, so
No, at the same time, it's funnier that way.
yeah, there you go.
Somehow I was muted, so I paid the 10 gold. I don't know if that was heard or not.
So that's fine. All right, good, appreciated. So they all get paid, and you have 5 crew members, so they all get 2 gold for the week, and they're satisfied with that. Beatrix kind of disappears almost immediately because her daughters are here currently, so she is going
That's
to visit.
right.
She is going to visit her daughters. Well, it's the daughters of her and
Malachi.
Malachite, correct. So,
They're eventually human now.
you're cutting out, Nessie. What'd you say?
They're cured. They're essentially human now, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they are. They don't have the curse that she has. So, I mean, she's not immortal. The curse upon her is what makes her immortal. So, she's been alive for a very long time. She did not want the same fate for her kids, so she made them mortal and all that. So she's gone to visit them. There is a number of bazaars selling all kinds of things, from masks to trinkets to different things to different types of alcoholic beverages. There is a potions bazaar that seems to deal a little bit in healing potions. You don't know the exact prices, but there is somebody that is currently selling potions at this bazaar.
Should definitely visit them first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the
So-
exotic liquors sound fun too.
So you go up to
Yeah.
the well, they're right next to each other. You go up to the huts, and one of them is a very well dressed goblin, and has a nice little purple, like dressy outfit, almost like a suit. And he says, "Evening to you, ladies. What can you be buying from me? What should you be needing? Potions, drinks? We got it all."
Potions. Healing.
All right, we've got the regular variety and we got the greater variety. What be you fancy?
What be the price, good sir?
The prices of the regulars will run you 75 gold a pop. The prices of the graders will run you 300 gold a pop.
Whew. Steep prices.
It
We'll
is
get some hours.
it is a pirate city, so they're going to be expensive. The average price of them, so you know, regulars are 50 and greater are 250, so he's slightly higher than those prices.
How many do you have on hand?
I've got 6 greater and 4 regular. So keep in mind, even a regular is still a pick-me-up for somebody who went unconscious. So keep that in mind.
Are you willing to do bulk price?
You're interested in all of the potions?
Yeah, what kind of discount can we get if we buy all of them or a large amount of it?
Well, let me bring up my handy-dandy calculator here.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you paid me for 1,900 gold, I'd give you the lot. Which would be 6 greater and 4 regular at 1,900 gold.
Wow.
1,500. It's quite a bit, but we could possibly manage it if we divide it up.
Yeah, so he'd be giving you a 200 gold discount if you buy them all.
That sounds like a nice discount.
So if we split that 4 ways between the 4 of us, that's 475 gold apiece.
There'd technically be 5 of you, because Stella.
Oh, okay.
Stella would go in on it.
So 380 gold apiece.
Okay, that's okay
I'm
with
down.
her. She's got a shit ton of money, so...
I'm down. You guys
I'm
will
down.
match me, meet me.
How much was it?
Alright. I'll meet it.
380.
380 apiece, 1900 total.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys buy yourselves 6 greater and 4 regular. Just figure out how you're going to divvy those up and add them to your inventory. They're just... if you just type potion, it'll come up as... Oh, actually, hang on.
I've still got 1 greater and 1 regular, so I'll just take 1 greater and 2 regular, so I'll just take 1 of the graders and let you divide the others up between you.
I still have 1 greater, so I'll just take 1 of the graders as well.
Okay, so yeah, if you
How
just
many
type...
is there altogether?
There's 10 total, 6 greater and 4 regular.
There's only 2 graders taken at this point, so everything
Stella-
else is your game.
Stella has 1 greater, so as a cloth wearer, she'll probably take a greater to have 2 of them.
I have 2 graders, so I'll take regular, I guess.
Okay, so you want to... How many regulars do you want? 1 or 2?
2.
Okay, so you'll take 2 regulars. Stella took 1 greater. That leaves however many... you took
There's
1,
still-
Nessie?
Yeah, there's 3 graders and 2 regulars left at this point.
Okay, so you guys just figure out how you want to divvy those up.
Yeah, I have no potion. So
Okay, so...
whatever's left for me to grab, I'll take.
So you just take 2 graders then at this point, I think.
Yeah, she definitely would need 2 graders.
If you go to your equipment and just type healing, it'll bring up all the different ones. There's Supreme,
Right.
Superior, Greater, and Regular.
So I'll grab
Yeah.
2 regulars,
No,
You-
2 graders.
Two graders.
2 graders. Alright.
I'm still trying to figure out how to add this.
Manage inventory,
Okay.
filter, and then type healing, and it'll bring it up. Then you just click it, and it'll ask you which part of the inventory you want to add it to. And you just say equipment.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
We could have Lacrima have the other ones, the 1 or the 1 more greater and 2 normal.
I don't think
You were
there's
getting
any.
hit pretty hard.
I don't think there's any graders left. I think she took the last 2 graders. There's 2 regulars left, I think.
You can still give those to you then. That way at least everybody's got something, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
So you get 2 regulars.
So I'm looking at potions of healing to add, and I'm not seeing any common potions of healing. Okay, so
It doesn't. It's just called. The ones that are regular are literally just called healing potion. They don't have any. It's just called potion of healing. They don't have anything else on them. It's potion of healing greater, potion of healing superior, Potion of Healing Supreme. The Potion of Healing is just, it's white text. And it's,
So
all you have to type
item.
is healing, and it'll find it.
I found healing, and it's finding the potion of healing greater, but it's not finding the regular potion.
Are you searching in the Manage Inventory button, or are you searching in your own equipment?
I was searching in manage inventory,
It should be bringing it
and
up.
I was able to find the one. Okay, let
Here.
me try potions and common.
I can add them if you can't find them.
Yeah, it's not seeing it.
All right,
That's the weirdest thing.
I'll add them for you.
Just type in healing.
I
think
did,
so.
and it found the potion of greater healing, but not the other
Okay,
one.
I added them for you. You have 2 in there now.
Thank you.
You
Okay.
just refresh your page and they'll be in there. Okay,
Okay.
so,
Appreciate it.
yep. Okay, so, potioned up. He says, wow, what a great deal. Looks like I'm going to close early. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. If you guys need anything else, just ask for ribbons. And he kind of just...
Ribbons.
Ribbons. R-I-V...
Ribbons.
R-I-V-E-N-S.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna pronounce it ribbons, like what's in the little girl's hair.
Well, hey, pay me 1,900 gold. You can call me whatever the hell you want.
Gotcha. Whatever the hell you want.
That's a nice name.
Have a great day. Appreciate
You might be
your
having the
humor.
last laugh, but I'm rich.
I'll take it.
He
You were
just,
the
like,
ones able to pay for
he
it.
just, like,
God, I need to play a bard next.
He skips away.
Yep.
Okay, so at this point, you see, past this, you see a person that is a cartographer that's selling different various maps, yelling, treasure hunting! Find the greatest treasures in Galaran! Be the first to find them! And then next to him is a person
Ooh.
saying, fish! Fresh fish for sale! And just other various shops shouting out what they have. You hear one saying, pickles! Fresh pickles! Another one saying,
Yum.
cotton candy! Sweets!
I'm heading to that stall. Here's
I'll
the slideshows.
The pickle sounds really
I'm
good.
following.
Yep,
I'm going for some pickles. I've had a lot of sticky buns. I need something salty.
You
I'm
have
just
your
following.
salty. We'll have more sweet.
Yeah. I'm a young elf. I'm just doing what I want. I'm
Okay. So you guys
Free.
only a century old.
heading towards the, to that, you hear another one say, somebody saying, figs, sugar dates, and pistachios! As you just walk up. Okay, so, hang on here. The ambience just died on me. So, yeah, you're heading towards the dock with the, sweets? Or the cartographer?
Pencils and I were heading for the sweets.
I wanted
Yeah.
pickles.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Lacrima's going for pickles.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Which one were you going to, Raph?
Sweet.
All right, I'll get my pickles and then come over to you guys.
Ooh,
Okay.
if you buy me a pickle, I'll pay you back.
I'll get you a pickle. So
Okay.
two of the nice big ones. That's
Yes.
the most delicious kind, extra crunch.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
So you're gonna get a couple pickles. So one, it's a silver a pickle. They're big
Okay.
pickles though. And then the sweets, you can get a bag of sweets for like 1 silver for like a big bag of sweets.
Good.
Sold.
How do I exchange my currency? I just pop in negative.
Yeah, you put in the amount and then you hit the negative.
So I've done that for all my gold. If I do that for the silver, I'm guessing it'll make change for me.
Yeah, it'll do it however it needs to. 1 gold is 10
Okay.
silver, and I'm not strict with that kind of stuff. So if you
Okay.
have
One?
yeah, if you have 1 gold, you have 10 silver. If
Oh,
you have,
no, it's 1 silver for the bag of candy.
correct.
Yep.
And the bag of candy's big. Like it's probably got like 100 pieces of candy in it.
Okay, and the pickles are 1 silver apiece.
Yes, and they're like probably like this freaking big. They're huge.
Perfect. All right.
Can I grab 2 bags of candy? I want 2 bags of candy.
Yeah, go for it. And you got all kinds of good candy in there. You got like the Tootsie Roll variants. You got gummy variants. All kinds of different candies. Like, and they're all pretty good. They're all imported from other places, so they're all pretty good. They just get really good prices on them because of their dealings.
I have two big bags of candy now.
All right.
All right, give me a second.
Walk up to Nessie. Here's a pickle.
Thank you.
Just a
I'll
silver.
give you
Don't
the
wor-
silver for it.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Oh,
Yes. So at
nice
this point,
and crunchy pickle.
there's another the cartographer individual still there, and there's somebody selling fish. What else do you guys want to do?
Ooh, we do need to. I wonder if their cartographer has any local legend maps that might lead us towards like dragon parts without them knowing that they're dragon parts.
Might as well find out.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like it. Let's head over to the cartographer and snack. Make sure we bring the teenager. They might fall into the
Candy vat.
candy vat.
I have
or-
been eyeing the candy ever since I bought 2 bags. Obviously debating whether I should buy more.
We also want to be wary of the incoming sugar coma. We all know is going to occur.
Yeah, you don't want to be crashing in the middle of a fight.
I'm not a teenager, I'm an adult.
Honey, when
She's
you're
older than most of us.
when you're 200 years old, you can talk to me like that.
Okay, Miss Old Pants.
Miss Old Pants.
Really? You're going to have to try
older than the
harder.
rest
I
of
just
us.
named her ship. Shippy
Over
McShipface.
200?
The cartographer guy's like, ooh, fight.
Okay.
You are old as fuck. Guacamole.
Yeah,
So-
but I still look better than you. So,
You all look like treasure hunters. Are you looking for treasure?
That's
Yes,
fine.
yes,
happen
we
to-
are.
do you happen to have
Uh,
a map for like local legends or anything like that? We're kind of we want to explore any local myths you have. It seems
Let me
interesting.
check my local myths section. No, I don't have that. But
Wow.
I do have a treasure map that could lead you to a very, very mysterious treasure. One that still hasn't been found, and I happen to know the person who buried it. Kind of buried it for a sport, but I assure you it's still there for legal reasons, of course. Now, I must ask, are you with the group? Are you all with the group that was here prior looking for the same thing? They were here yesterday.
What did they look like?
All various different appearances as yourselves, but they all had one thing in common. They were all wearing these kind of reddish robes.
Oh no!
And I don't recall the symbol they had upon their cows, but it was quite nice. It was very well made, and they seemed
We
very
do know
interested.
them.
They seemed very interested as well in local mysteries.
We know them, but we must be far behind. Can we have a map as well?
Of
That would help us
course.
catch up.
Of
Appreciate
course.
it.
So, just to let you know how we do things here at X Marks the Spot, it is 50 gold for the map. Are you laughing at the name of my establishment?
It's very clever.
Oh, thank you.
Very respectful.
50 gold for the map. And however, if you do find the treasure, the owner of the treasure has agreed to sign over the ownership to you. You will only be responsible for the legal fees and the paperwork, which will run you another 50 gold, but the treasure itself is known to be worth in the thousands. So if you are able to find it, it will not hurt you too bad. So 50 gold now, and then 50 gold then.
That's only 10 apiece.
If you are to find it. If you do not find it, sorry, but you're out of money. No refunds.
A fair policy.
Very well. The gold, please.
And gold each.
10 gold each.
Alright.
And then he goes, thank you very much. Allow me to get this super unique map. And he opens up a chest and pulls one of like 30 tied up maps out of it. And goes, here is your map. Best of luck with your treasure hunting. I hope you find it. Anything
You're a
else?
ranger, Estelar, correct?
Yes.
How's your survival?
My survival?
Yeah, your skill survival.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, you go. You're good.
figuring out which button to push. My survival. What the fuck is my survival?
Decided to turn my camera off since I'm just laying here.
It's all the way at the bottom
quite-
of my skills.
I'm quite proficient in survival. I have +8.
That's pretty
Okay.
I've got a +10. If we read it together, we should be able to navigate.
Very true.
So, if you're looking over the map, go ahead and give me either 2 survival checks or 1 with advantage.
I could give you advantage since you have the higher ad plus.
Okay. 13 and 22.
Okay. So,
22.
looking at the hints of the map and the information that's been given by the person who buried the treasure, it is indicating kind of a northeast from this direction, which is going to put you probably about 5 minutes from here is going to put you into some roughage, some jungle, which it will be outside the city limits of Larenmore, which is essentially you're not going to have any kind of protection or anything from the city at that point, so you guys will be in danger areas at that point, but it is taking you far northeast from here. It looks like about a day's travel from here.
All right. Well, we have to cut across the jungle. Does it look like anybody is selling any kind of repellent of a kind? Insect swarms can be quite dangerous.
There's not really any stuff like that per se. There's stuff that like the locals make out of like they basically make it out of the more or less the urine of dinosaurs. So like basically if you open it or keep it on yourself, it's going to make these smaller ones kind of ignore you, but it might attract the bigger ones. So it really just depends on what you're trying to look to do. And there are people that sell that, and the people that sell it, it's not expensive. It's about 2 gold a vial, but the reason why it's so expensive is because of how dangerous it is to get it.
And if it's not opened, it doesn't do anything, correct?
If you don't basically rub it on yourself, it's not going to do much. But you basically be rubbing piss on yourself.
I'll buy a vial just in case to see how bad the swarms are.
All right.
And if it gets too bad, I'll sacrifice my boots.
What, Estelar?
Or we could soak a cloth in it, and just have that.
You can do that too.
That's true. You're a lot smarter about that.
So
I'll buy it just in case.
There's a reason I'm a ranger.
One individual that sells it says, here you are. One vial of dinosaur excrement. Don't worry, it's been liquefied.
Oh.
No, zero pulp.
That is gross.
Even Nessie's slightly gagged at that particular joke.
Yeah, doesn't look the greatest.
I'm laughing because I'm a ranger. I think that's funny.
I'm a bounty hunter. The things I usually hunt don't involve shit.
So
I live in the woods.
You have one vial of dinosaur excrement. What dinosaur or dinosaurs it came from? You're not sure.
All right, I'll throw that in my inventory, and if we get swarmed too often, we can put it on a cloth.
Did you have a question, Lagrima?
No, I'm just thinking that vial is probably from the biggest thing in the forest.
Maybe. All right, so you guys are heading northeast. Give me just a second. I need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It is. It's from the biggest thing in the forest.
I mean, I'm a wood elf ranger. I'm pretty sure I normally lived in the woods. I didn't live in cities very often. So I am not bothered at all by the excrement. I just don't want it on myself in particular, but I'm not too bothered if it does end up there.
I don't like the idea of it, because if they can smell me, they can find me.
That's very true. That's why
I'm not going to put it on unless we need it.
Yeah.
That's why I suggested the cloth, because then we could just, like, put it in a bag or something and not have to deal with the smell.
Yep. We'll hold on to it for now, and then if we get hit with too many small encounters with small dinosaurs, we can just use the cloth.
Do we have a cloth to put it on?
I'm sure one of us has it in our, like,
Yeah.
mess kit for, like, washing our faces and stuff. I mean,
And I have like face stuff, so I'm sure I'll have something like that.
Okay.
exactly. Somebody's got to have a
I
washcloth.
mean, what kind of adventurers don't have a washcloth?
Honestly, I'm shocked we don't have rope.
We do have
I
rope.
think I have rope.
Do you
I
not
have
have
rope.
rope?
No, I have my weapons. Then again, I was
I
in there
have rope.
for the Ring of Vivify, Potions of Healing, my belt. No, I don't have rope.
A lot of
I pull
starting
out.
kits have rope in it, but yeah, you were in Darkness Falls for quite a while, so.
So we might want to pick me
Yeah.
up a starting kit.
There should be a general goods shop here somewhere.
There's a
Almost
person
every-
that
everything's
I have
got a
rope.
general store.
there's a person that sells general goods. So if you want like a adventurer's kit or a climbing kit, there's somebody who will sell them for 100 gold a piece, which is 50 gold more than they normally go for. So it's marked up, but it's all, quality goods.
Let's go
So-
grab me
stop
that.
by.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go grab you some rope.
Yeah, Lockroom could use a little rope. We can't have.
Yeah, so you can just add an
climb
adventurer's
mountains
kit.
or
Okay, take off 100.
Yep, and let's see, what's it called? There's I think if you just do climber's kit, is essentially what you could get, and it's got plenty of rope in it. It's got some cams and a couple other things in it.
So we're going into a jungle, right? It's not woods.
It's
no
a jungle.
jungle. Hot, wet, and full of bugs
Correct.
and dinosaurs.
Correct.
Damn. But I'm really good in forests.
Yeah, I mean
I'm also good in mountains.
you'll be able
Wouldn't
to.
it still count?
Yeah, you'll
Does it
still
count?
you'll still get some forest expertise in here. So it like you'll be able to remember how to get back no matter where you're at with your ability, but you won't know terrain you haven't discovered yet. So going forward, you don't know what to expect, but you'll at any time you could find your way back.
All right, that's good.
That's helpful. By the time we're on our way back, we may be too tired to be able to focus.
So
Except me, because I'm really good in the wild.
you
Just
guys
in general.
make it to the edge of the jungle, and immediately you're overcome by the nature-based sounds of the area. Going through the first initial part of it, it smells very like it smells like basically wet mud and vegetation like everywhere.
Not bad.
Going ahead, not the worst things you've smelled. Going ahead
By
for a
far.
while.
I'm used to those kinds of smells.
There you go. Going ahead for a while,
Home to you.
you do start seeing what it looks like a couple open paths going in various directions. You kind of just taking the most northeast one based on what the map says. After a few moments of going through them, you do come along a kind of like a fork, and one side is just littered in all different types of mushrooms of all shapes and sizes. And the other side is just more vegetation. The mushroom side seems to be more northeast than the right side, but you're welcome to go down any path you want. They're both still going north, but you have
Can I throw a rock at the mushrooms?
Go for it.
Okay, that's just a dex thing, right?
It's just roll to hit if you're just throwing a rock at it. It's a stationary mushroom. It's going to have a DC of 10.
I don't think I have a thrown weapon to use.
There's
I have a
plenty-
dart.
There's
We can
plenty
use
of-
the dart.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I could use my daggers. They return.
I was just trying to use like the stats because I was thinking if I had like a thrown item to have my stats for it.
Right.
15.
Okay, yeah. It just and bounces off of it. Doesn't move, doesn't make any noise or have any effect. It just hits it and falls off of it.
Alright, down the mushroom path.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to do like the deadly spores thing because I have no idea what any of this vegetation does. So I'm looking at all of it as
Oh, yeah.
such.
This place is like Galaran is where a lot of alchemists come because it's a herbalist's wet dream with a lot of this
Yeah.
stuff.
So we need to
Basically,
run like
like-
nature checks, survival checks,
If you're
perception
looking
checks.
for specific stuff, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
I
want
just,
to
as
forage,
soon
it
as
might be
we
great.
As soon as we left the city, I looked more relaxed and also more on edge at the same time because I'm more used to the wild, but I also know how dangerous it is.
Yep. So, yeah, you go down the mushroom path. So, heading down that way for a while, the mushrooms vary in size from big, small, medium, and you do come up to an area that looks like a little bit of the trees have been smashed over. Now, it doesn't look recent. It looks like it looks like vegetation's growing over it at this point. So, it's a new path has been made a while back. But you guys do notice they're slowly getting filled in by just, time. But you do notice massive footprints into the ground. Probably, each footprint is probably roughly the size of Nessie.
So if you
So,
Oh, look,
That's a
it's
2.5 foot tall footprint.
yeah. So, pretty big footprint.
yeah.
That's just so comforting.
And it does look, it does not look humanoid. It definitely looks reptilian in
Reptilian.
nature. Correct. Yep. And you can also see the back of it kind of digs further into the ground, which indicates that there's some type of probably like a clawed heel of some sort.
Yeah.
Pretty common in most of the bigger two-legged dinosaurs. And it is two-legged, so keep that in mind.
Let's try to sneak a little bit for here.
Do you guys want to make stealth checks in the jungle?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
definitely down
Rav.
to do that.
Stella got a 10 plus 2, so 12 for Stella.
I got 25.
Is this for perception or what was?
I
No,
got
stealth.
22.
Stealth. We
So-
saw big footprints. We're trying not to make noise.
You'll have disadvantage because your armor.
Heavy armor.
Yeah. I just love
13.
rolling stealth.
I got a 22 for stealth.
Okay.
And the only reason I wasn't stealthing before is no one else was. There's no point.
Okay. Collectively, you guys are pretty quiet.
I had
So-
12.
Okay, that's fine. You guys
Nice. Rav outrolled me.
well, she had to do with disadvantage. I think she got a 12.
Yeah,
So-
because I had a 20 and a 12. So.
Yeah. So that's fine. You guys are pretty well hidden for the most part. So you do go through the jungle, and you're kind of getting further in when towards the northeast when you do start hearing what sounds like flowing water.
Water.
In the actual jungle
feels
area.
reasonable.
And one second. Give you an idea of what you're hearing. Okay, so you do hear flowing water coming up to you. As you guys kind of break out of the vegetated area to the water, you do see a bunch of little reptilian critters, like little, like smaller type dinosaurs, all start scattering off into the distance when they see you.
Aww.
And there are a number of monkey-like creatures that are up in the trees, kind of like looking down at you and just kind of throwing half-eaten fruit down at you guys. Not in a I want to fight you type way. They're just being silly and having a good time and running around in the trees and having fun and just like making noises and jumping through the trees. And they kind of also start scattering off in the opposite direction. Lots of life out here.
Yeah.
Those were
I'm
kind of
obviously
cute.
dodging the fruit. I don't want to get fruit on me.
Yeah. They're not very. They don't have very good aim. It doesn't reach you guys, but it does fall down near the water and kind of just klunk into the water. So, passing.
Wait, if they had fruit, is there any fruit around us we could pick?
I mean, it's way up in the trees. So if you want to climb up in the trees, you can.
Does the
Right.
water look clean?
Yeah. Surprisingly, it's flowing, so it's not stagnant in any way, and the water itself does look relatively clean.
I'll climb up in the trees. That would be acrobatics, right?
For you,
Athletics, I
yes.
think.
Well, for her, she can do acrobatics because she's a rogue. So she could
Ooh.
flip
Can I
up
do
the
it as a
tree.
monk?
Yeah, you can too.
I want to help her
I'll
pick
climb up
fruit.
too. Everyone's climbing up. I'm
Okay,
climbing up.
Eslar, it will be athletics for you.
So
That's
I rolled
only
a
a 14.
I rolled a
Wait,
20.
I can run up I can run
Well-
up vertical structures as long as I don't stop on them.
Yeah,
So I'll
that's
just
fine.
run up the
Got
tree.
24.
Okay, yeah,
With reliable talent, I got a 20.
you all make
I
it up
got
the tree.
24.
Okay, the tree's about
Yeah.
11 to 12 feet tall. They're pretty, not like huge, but they're relatively tall trees. You get up most of them, and there's you see a couple variants of mango and a couple different types of bananas in nearby trees. The monkeys that were up there kind of start scattering further away, jumping from vine to vine, getting away from you guys. And that's what you currently
Grabbing a
see.
banana and I'm eating it now.
I'm filling my bag with as much fresh fruit as I can fit.
Okay.
Same thing
Yeah.
with me. Mostly the mangoes, they don't squish as much as the bananas.
Yeah, so you guys, in total,
I'm
you get
eating
about...
a banana and I'm grabbing mangoes.
You're fine. You get about, from this vantage point, about 12 bananas and probably about 20 mangoes between the three of you.
Nice.
Yay.
Hey, we have snacks for the road.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm just eating bananas now.
Stella is
I
like...
still have.
Go ahead.
Alright, let's hop down and check on that water, see if we need to refill our skins or anything so we can have drinks and snackies.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
Snackies are
plan.
great.
Stella watches you all climb up the trees, and she's like, I'm good.
Don't worry, we'll share. You've been feeding us sticky buns for what feels like months now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still snacking on candy. I'm starting to get a little hyper.
Alright, so you guys are all water skins filled with fresh water. Fresh fruit, good. Okay, so you guys get a little bit further up the trail. The mushrooms at this point have lessened. Now, you do have 3 different paths at this point going back into the jungled area. The left path, you can hear what sounds like very faint, it sounds like very faint, I don't really want to say explosions as much as like rumbling. And then the center path is just more forest, and the right path itself is more forest, but it seems to be much thicker to the point that you're going to have to use blades to get through it.
Should we check the map?
The map
Yeah,
is
we should check
the
them
map is continuing northeast to the northeast corner of Galaran. The quickest way to do that is going to keep taking the left path.
And that's the one that's really choked up with vegetation.
No, that's the one that has the very faint, distant rumbling noises.
Alright, I guess we're heading towards the sounds.
Okay?
Let's see what the rumbling is.
All right, so you're still continuing on quiet, going through there. You get about another 10 minutes in, and everybody make perception checks.
I got a really high passive perception.
Passive won't help you in this circumstance because it's going to be a noise.
23.
Okay, got it.
18.
23, 18. What'd you get, Rav?
12.
Ravara? What'd you get? She's still there.
Ah!
She might be muted.
Rav.
I don't think she's muted. She might have fallen asleep because I know she's really tired.
I hope not.
I got 12 on the perception, apparently.
Okay. Hold on.
Just a sec.
Yeah, see if she might have stepped away from the computer too. Okay, so everybody that got above a 16 starts hearing distant but loud, and as it gets closer, even a lower score is able to hear it. And you hear.
I'm gonna hide.
I'm gonna hide too.
Okay, you're already sneaking, so you guys can, at this point, you can make stealth checks with advantage since you're already kind of sticking to the, the hiding areas. Stella's also gonna hide.
I'm not getting an answer, so I think she might be out.
Okay, that's fine.
24.
24. Okay, what'd you get?
Alright. I'm running the 2 right now. Well, geez. Okay, so
23.
17 plus the 15, 32.
32.
Ooh,
Okay.
she just vanishes.
Stella got 15. I'll do Rav.
I mean, she does vamp.
Rav gets a straight roll. She got a 12 plus 1, so 13. So, yeah, you all stay pretty well hidden. As you're hiding underneath some of the deeper vegetation together, you see this massive... it has similarities to a T-Rex, but it is not a T-Rex. This massive T-Rex-like creature with 2 legs start stomping through and kind of looking around and almost making like sniffing, kind of looking around. And it down its backside is just this giant, like almost like mohawk-like spiny backside. And
So
it's
it's that dinosaur with the big sail thing.
the
The
closest thing,
Spinosaurus, or Baryonyx.
yeah, the closest thing it would resemble is a Spinosaurus, and it has its tail is long with 4 massive bones out each side of it, and it starts kind of looking around, much longer arms than a T-Rex, and starts looking around, lets out a pretty deep roar, and then continues off the opposite direction that you guys are currently heading. It was coming towards you, and it starts going back towards the 3 points. About 2 minutes or so of the... and it starts to calm down, and you can no longer hear it. Continuing, are you guys continuing on or holding tight?
We should continue. I don't think we should stay
she
put.
continue, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're continuing on, and as you continue through the specific area, you get about 20 to 30 minutes in, and you come upon an area that isn't really a clearing, but it looks like it's been made a clearing by something, and you see what looks like quite a few decaying bodies that are just kind of sitting on the ground. From this vantage point, they do look humanoid. One of them is tangled up in a tree, and the other one is face down on the ground with some kind of like knapsack on its back that's been torn open, and there looks like some rotten fruit at the top of it that's coming out. That's what you currently see in this clearing. Are you guys doing anything with this information or continuing
How
on?
old do the bodies look?
Based on your best guess from the amount of bodies you guys have seen, they've been here for probably about at least a couple weeks.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been Malachite.
Can I
No.
investigate the ripped knapsack? It makes me wonder if the fruit attracted something.
Go for it.
That is a fair point.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, so just investigation roll.
Yep.
I rolled a 6, but I have reliable talent and I'm proficient in that, so 21.
Okay, yeah, so you don't know if the fruit attracted anything per se, but the jungle flies have gotten to this, so there's, of course, large maggots coming out of the actual bodies themselves. Most animals that are going to feast on this stuff are really not interested in the rotten meat anymore. So there's a couple little nibbles taken out here and there on them. Cause of death from this point, looking closer, based on that and kind of rolling the body over a little bit, it looks like both of them have been, you see puncture marks in them, so they were bitten by something. And then on the bottom half of them, it almost looks like they were stung and bitten at the same time. So you're not exactly...
the bite marks?
What's that?
So,
How big are the bite marks?
The bite marks themselves, it's probably about the length between the two. It's 2 teeth, 2 like big jagged teeth, and the distance between each tooth is probably about 4.5 inches. So something relatively big. But then there's also a stinger point, and you can tell it's a stinger because there's dried venom in the area, and you know venom pretty well, being a a jungle and forest type person, an animal
Yeah.
fanatic. So it is definitely some type of bug-like creature that did this, and it's based on the measurements and everything you can think of. The size of these things would probably be about your guys' size, about the average human size.
Giant bugs. Got it.
Correct.
Hooray.
Okay, so the fruit spilling out and rotting, they weren't going for that. They were attacking the people.
Correct. Best case. Most of the stuff in these forests eat meat. There's very few things. Like, there are herbivores, but they're not... The further into certain areas you get, the less of them there's going to be.
Great.
Like, they're not usually going to be around where the big, massive dinosaurs are, like the one you just saw go by.
Or if they are, they have over-exaggerated defense systems, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to stealth and be careful.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are all pretty
we're already
stealth and quiet at this moment. So,
Don't play with bug.
there you go. Good rule of thumb.
Got it.
We hear buzzing, we need to hide, not just big footsteps.
Yeah.
That's probably a good rule of thumb as
I'm on
well.
the lookout for buzzing. Definitely.
Alright.
Okay,
So-
so you continue on. Probably about another 30 to 40 minutes, and you're getting closer to the kind of the area where the forest is starting to die down, and you're starting to see more mountainous area. And you do see at the very base of this, where it kind of turns to mountain, you are seeing a lot of like kind of like lava rock and charred terrain. And the temperature is starting to get a lot hotter in the area you're at. Not like to the point that you're burning, but it's went from like a humid like 85 to like more like a hot like 95, 100.
Ugh.
Got
Hot.
it. So Oklahoma during the summer.
Yeah. I mean, not quite as bad as that hell, but still pretty
Not
bad.
quite as bad as that.
But still pretty bad. And dinosaurs and giant flying insects seem to make that kind of a scary circumstance. However, you are now entering, based on the map, you are entering the very beginning zone of erosion and heading towards the taller mountainous areas of said place. Now, getting 5 or 10 minutes into that, it is getting hot. And you guys do come upon what looks like a makeshift camp that has been basically kicked over and abandoned. And your best guess is it was abandoned less than 48 hours ago.
Of course it was. I'm also pretty good in mountains, I have to say.
Yeah.
We're not far behind.
So,
Doesn't look like it.
yeah, so about 48 hours, maybe a little less than 48 hours. But who made the camp, you can't be for certain. But your guess is people who are probably looking for the same treasure you are. There are residents in Erosion, but most of them are castaways or people that have been banished to live there. There is a number of bullywugs that live there that are basically frog people. And they're considered lava frogs, so they've adapted to the rough terrain and the heat. But a lot of them are exiled for various reasons from Galaran. You don't know the exact history behind that, but you do know enough based on the details that you've been given and everything that you've learned. So it could also be bullywugs. You get about another 15 to 20 minutes into that, and the entire ground for about 15 seconds starts to quake.
Oh no.
15 seconds pass, and everything kind of stabilizes. And everything seems to be fine for the moment. Are you guys continuing across the mountainous terrain, or what do you want to do?
We shouldn't deviate too far from the path.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should probably continue.
Okay. So,
I mean, now that we're explicitly in somewhere that I'm pretty good at.
So onward.
all right, you
Onward.
continue You continue onward through the mountainous terrain. As you're doing so, you do have an area that starts to turn into almost like caves. There are multiple caverns, some going deeper than others. In this base area at the mountain that you're at, you can choose to go up and over the mountain, which is probably about 40 feet high, or you can go through the caves, and there's about 4 to 5 depending from this vantage point entrances. So what you want to do is up to you.
How hot do the caves feel?
Putting your hand up against the initial cave, the temperature difference just from the base is probably only about 10 degrees. So not enough to burn you, but it's going to be uncomfortable.
I was worried about lava because Rav is not a big fan of lava.
You don't see any... You see lava rock and charred terrain, but you do not see any active lava at this moment.
Also,
No active eruptions.
We just experienced a minor earthquake. I'd rather not go into a cave.
That's very true.
That's another good point. Let's go over then. Just be safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
We have
mountains...
our rope.
Yeah, the mountains themselves are pretty jagged, so you would need to use climbing gear. So if you guys want to get the climbing gear out, and go ahead and give me some survival checks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yay! 26.
Okay.
Since it's in my favorite terrain now, since we're in the mountains, I get
Yeah, I'll-
some bonuses to that.
Well, I'll give you advantage on your check too.
Wait, which check are we rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
Work with the climbing gear.
Stella got a 15.
I got a 7. I'm
Ra-
sorry, I got a 20.
Nice. Okay, and then Rav got a 10.
Yeah, I got a 27.
Okay. So, yeah, so you guys all get all well enough to get up and over. It takes you about an hour to get to the top of the mountain with everyone and everything, because it is very, very tough terrain. So you guys get to the very top of it, and looking down to the other side, it is pretty much just plain charcoal like terrain for quite a ways. And you do see various mountains up along the area as you do. And from this vantage point, as you guys are kind of getting the gear ready to go down the other side, the entire area starts to quake again for about 15 to 20 seconds. And in the distance, let's see who sees this. Give me perception checks.
Does my passive perception count here or no?
I will say yes in this circumstance.
That's only a 9. I'm tying knots.
Okay, so anyone who...
Passive,
Go ahead.
my passive is 23 perception.
Okay, so anybody who got 22 or higher can see this in the distance. So yeah, you can see this.
Nice.
Way off in the distance, we're talking like probably because you can see so well from up here, probably a few miles out. You see what looks like in the distance. Basically, the land out in that distance just kind of implodes in itself and starts to like cave in on itself, and while there's an earthquake. And you swear from this vantage point that it looks like it's moving, but you can't tell from here.
So it seems there's a hole in the ground all the way over there.
Yeah, it's quite a ways. I mean, it is...
So we're not going that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple directions you can go from here because it's pretty wide open. So that's kind of more west, so you probably want to stay away from that anyway.
Definitely not going that way.
Spending another...
We're not out of our way to find trouble.
Yeah, spending another hour to get down the other side of the mountain. You do make it down, and you get probably about another hour of going across the terrain. It is starting to get dark at this point, and you guys are to the point where you're going to have to start considering a resting point, or you're going to start pushing exhaustion, especially with all the climbing. So do you guys want to push on, or try to find a place to make camp?
Try to find a place to make camp.
Okay.
We
go
don't
ahead.
want to be in this area and have any kind of disadvantage at all.
Sure. So go ahead and give me... I will accept survival or nature checks.
survival.
Stella got a natural 20
Ooh.
on...
25.
Still in the mount.
24.
Are we still in the mountains or out of the mountains?
You're on... There's still mountainous areas around you that you could hold up in if you go towards them. But it is... You're kind of in between all the mountains, and it's just like flat charcoal terrain. Almost like concrete to a point, but more black. Stella got a 24. She does find a nearby cave system that looks like it would be relatively good for you guys to sleep under. She did check to make sure there's not any heat that might fracture the rocks or do anything else, and in itself looks like a relatively safe place to sleep. So you guys want to make camp?
I'm okay with being in the cave. I like caves.
Yeah. If we're right at the entrance, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta stay near the entrance because I don't want to get locked in.
Yeah, maybe like 5-10 feet within to be able to see the entrance, make sure we can still get out, but not be seen from it.
So I assume you guys want to rotate watches as you sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's... Oh, go ahead.
I mean, there's 2 elves, and elves have like half the sleeping time.
Yeah, they can...
And it's not really sleeping, so why don't me and
4 hours
Estelar
of
split this?
meditation.
Why don't
we
me and
can split
Estelar split watch? I'll meditate for 4, Estelar can meditate for 4, I'll take the first watch.
Okay, you got it.
Sounds like
So,
a plan. I'm not gonna argue.
okay, so everybody else sleeps except for Lacrima, who's going to meditate. Or, I'm sorry, who's going to stay up while Estelar meditates. So, Lacrima, I need a perception check.
$26.
And let me get the... this is the kind of noises... hold on. Not that.
Why do you have that on your back? Sorry. Dog just walked in here and has something stuck to his butt. Come
Of
here.
course he does.
Yeah, he destroyed a ball. Their pieces are all over my room.
So
Are you proud of yourself, puppy?
So sitting here, you do hear, like, through the caves themselves, like the amount of wind that comes through here, as well as the system of cavernous noises you do hear throughout the night, as everybody's kind of resting and you're just keeping an eye out. And what was your perception check?
26.
26. Okay. So about 3 hours into your 4-hour watch, you hear distant footsteps, and what sounds like talking back and forth. And as you kind of like look up to the area to see where it's coming from back towards you guys. And you do see what appears to be 8 is your best guess from this vantage point. 8 individuals dressed in the very familiar Children of the Blood robes. And there's 8 of them. 6 of them appear to be in cloth with staffs and other things. And 2 of them in the back seem to be bigger with armor. And they are holding what appears to be some type of almost like a pallbearer type situation where there's something kind of big on top of it and there's a cloak draped over it, and they're heading towards you guys.
Gotta wake us up.
That's what I was thinking.
Directly
All right,
towards us?
so let's go wake up everybody quietly. Little shake. Bounce the lips.
Yeah?
Make shh.
What is it?
Come on. We got
Okay,
some Children
everybody's
of the
getting
Blood
up.
coming our
Stella's
way.
Somebody with a sticky button?
There's Children of the Blood coming, Estelar. We can have sticky buns after, I promise.
What sticky bun? I'm quiet. I'm sneaky. I can use sticky bun quietly.
Okay.
Hey, Stella just hands you a sticky bun, kind of pushes it towards your face, shh.
Estelar. Shh. All right.
You guys are all kind of sitting over the mountain. So at this point, you see them walking towards you. Do you want to acknowledge them, or what is your plan?
I think sneak attack.
Ambush.
You what?
Yeah, we could ambush them.
I'm thinking ambush.
Well, so keep in mind the ambush aspect of this. They're they're not coming directly at you, but they are walking across open terrain, and there is a cave system to the left of them. So you can essentially ambush them. However, it's not going to be one of those things where you would be able to like sneak up on them. So if you want to sling things at them or anything like that, you can.
Okay. How far away are they?
At this point, they're about 90 feet away and getting closer.
Okay, so we need to wait for them to be within 60 to 30 feet. Are they going to end up within 60 or 30 feet of us?
From the current vantage point that they're going, it appears so, yes.
Okay, so why don't we wait?
Okay, so what does
Till they're
everybody want to
within-
do when they're what does everybody want to do when they're within range?
Let's wait till they're about 30 feet in range. I can take sneak attack. Estelar can help me attack. They can mark some, and then
I can mark them.
Nessie can run in, pound
Well,
them.
before I run in, I can use my my elemental fist abilities and fireball a full set of them.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Now, which ones do we want to try to hit?
So there's
The big guys are probably gonna have the worst decks.
there's the two
Big
in the
guys in
back.
armor don't dodge.
Yeah, there's the two in the back and the six in the front. And the six in the front are kind of just leading the way. And the two in the back are holding. They're both holding like sticks with some type of like All
right, let's
chest
focus
with something inside it.
let's focus our attacks on one of the big guys in the back, and then take out the other.
All
Okay.
right, I'll do that. I'll
All right,
definitely
so
mark
they're
them.
within range. So what are you guys going to release at them?
Okay. I want to do sneak attack on. Let's pick the big guy. I don't know, on the right.
Okay.
And we're gonna throw the dagger.
Go for it.
25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Gonna do that. Okay, so 10, and then plus sneak attack. Which was 35, so 45 damage.
Okay. 45 damage to the first big guy. He is pretty badly hurt already. Oh! He's like, ambush! And I mean, all this stuff is happening at once, so you can all still release your stuff.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hunter's mark the guy
Okay.
that she picked before it comes within range, so that I
Okay.
definitely have him hunter's mark before I attack,
Okay. And then roll to
just to
hit.
make sure. And then I'm gonna shoot him twice, if I can.
Oh, you can just shoot once for an ambush.
Okay, I'll shoot him once then.
Because
that's
once
still
the
pretty
ambush
good.
is done, essentially initiative would happen.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
All right, so that would be 6 plus 7, 13, and 15 damage.
Okay.
Piercing, I believe.
You got it. And that was the same one that she hit before, right?
Yes. Oh wait, can I add Colossus Slayer stat?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, then that's another 8.
Okay, so that the first guy falls to the ground and starts bleeding out, and he drops his half of the thing. And when the thing they're holding smashes to the ground, you see what appears to be a giant chunk of what looks like this kind of we lost Wendy. This giant, almost chunked tail piece, like this massive gray decayed tail piece, kind of rolls off the side, and it hang on, let me send this to her again. And it as it does it hits the ground, and the rest of them let's give her a second to come back real fast. We're about to end, but I don't want to end without her being here. Anyway, you do drop him. He does hit the ground, and he does die, and he starts to bleed out.
Nice.
And then we'll see what she wants to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely when initiative starts, I'm immediately moving my hunter's mark to whoever's going next.
Gotcha.
Probably the other big guy.
All right, just a
There's
second,
someone-
folks. We got somebody that got disconnected. We're trying to get him back in here. She's trying to reconnect.
Okay, Waldo, you can lick the plate. You don't want to lick the plate, you just want the biscuit?
So if
Don't you
she's
hit up some leftovers from
if she
last
doesn't
night?
come back in the next minute or so, I'll close it out with what happens, and she can just watch the stream.
Alright.
We can catch. Do you think we could catch her action on the next one?
I mean, I assume she's gonna cast Fireball. So with her ability,
That's what she said she was going to do. Probably on
Okay.
the other
Yeah.
big guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll say him and 2 of the other guys are gonna make dex saves. She'll be able to get 3 of them in that vantage point. That's all 3 fails, and then let's get her damage real fast. Oops. 27 points of damage. So 3 of them are pretty charred, and 3 of them are pretty charred at this point. And as you guys do this, and kind of like make yourselves aware, one of the forefronters that have not taken damage yet looks up at you and says, "Ah, more resistance, just as we suspected. We knew there was going to be somebody coming after this treasure. We just didn't know how soon it would be. Well, just so you know, this is Malachite's treasure. This is Malachite's highway. And we advise you and your friends to make way." And as he says that, he slams his staff down, and this blood-like magic essence comes off of it and floats over to the area of the troop you just slayed, dead, and the blood around him begins to boil. And as it does, the backside of him starts to crack and flip forward to where his legs basically split open into hands, and it runs up to 4 of the other people that are charred, and it kind of like tears itself in half, and they all start forging together and screaming as the body parts wrap around each other, and blood just begins shooting out in all directions. Various arms and heads start ripping through this fleshy like consistent bubble of that just kind of like explodes with blood outward. And there is 2 remaining individuals, one that did this with the staff, and the other big one in the back that's kind of charred now, that was holding the tailpiece. And there are 2 of these massive basically flesh elementals that are kind of like consistently bleeding out, that just start, and they start they kind of lean down on all 4s and they start charging towards you guys. And that's where we're gonna end for now.
Doesn't that sound like those monsters from it's that book series I just read the trilogy of? I was complaining there's not a 4th book.
The Night Angel trilogies?
Yes.
That's the one you're talking about?
Doesn't it sound like those guys at the... Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Apparently Malachite's minions can make them much easier.
Yeah, Malachite's a blood mage, so he can make all kinds of manners of things and control blood and create.
And you
Horrors.
said they're elementals, right?
These particular ones are considered flesh elementals. Yes.
Ah.
One of my favorite enemies is elementals.
At least we got the confirmation that we were on the right track, found the treasure, and we are in fact beating up. We knew we were beating up the bad guys, but now we know that is what we needed.
Yep. Yeah. So we are going to go ahead and end here, guys. Thanks for everybody who came and watched and hung out with us tonight. And Stephanie, is there anything that you want to plug or do or anything? I know you have your own channel.
Yeah, so I've got my own channel, me and Pencils.
If you want to put it in chat, people can. There's
let me pull up chat.
I can put it in chat.
Okay, Pencils, you put it in chat.
I'll put it in chat.
Me and Pencils stream mostly Minecraft, other random stuff that we like on my channel. It's Quills, no last name, and it's a lot of fun. Come hang out with us. We're not very big. Mostly hang out, crack jokes, and build funny stuff. No intense extra drama unless there just happens to be intense extra drama. We are Mother and Monster, so there's bound to be some drama. But yeah.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, so check her out, guys, and lots of free entertainment right there. So again, we appreciate everybody that came out, and we will see you guys 2 Thursdays from now for the continuation of this campaign and the Chronicles of Galantrie and the Sorrows of Galantrie. So based on that, let's see, not the 5th, but the 12th of May will be our next game. So we will see you guys then.
All right.
All right. See everybody later, and thanks for coming out.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.